together. I didn't even know I was that good at makeup. Well, welcome everybody. I think we have a little bit better setup today on oh, I know I won't be disappointed. Welcome YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. We're going to do an easy brown smoky eye today. I'm pretty much focused on makeup today. Storytime is pinned on TikTok, and it is on the other platforms. You'll find a video with Storytime. In a nutshell, if you don't know me, I'm Burn Beauty 2018. I'm trying to make y'all stop shaking. I don't have a permanent bracelet, but I want one. Ugh, me and Nitzy want one. I don't have one. Nitzy, did you see that? These are just all regular bracelets. This is a hand chain. Giddy up. Thank you, Miss Sunflower, for the gift. So if you don't know me, I'm Burn Beauty 2018, and I'm a 5-year burn survivor. I am 51 years old. I'm streaming to every platform right now because it's everyone except Instagram, because it's really important to me to show people that we're all equal. Thank you, Sherry. You know, I love makeup, and we can all love makeup, but I thought I'd lost my need. Thank y'all for joining the team. I thought I'd lost the need for makeup. Like, what am I going to do after my face got burned? The whole thing got replaced. What am I going to do? What's the point of doing makeup? Well, the point is that it's transformative, and I love it, and beautiful is beautiful. You know, it takes time to get used to a big change like that, like this. And I'm probably still getting used to it, really. You know, the reality of it is my face continues to change. Hey, Kellyanne. Hey, everybody over here. Love Muffin. Okay. Hey, everybody. I'm trying to get everybody over there on Facebook, trying to figure out the moderator thing. I think because I'm new to live, it needs some time to cycle through so I can pick people. But everybody, welcome. Who wants to do a brown smoky eye? I do. Yes, please. And if anybody tells you that you're not enough today, tell them to kiss it. Because you are more than enough. You are beautiful. And the beauty standards, the filters, the things we have to live up to are, you know, it's all pretty. It's the way it is. Just like when we were growing up and we had airbrushing in magazines, right? It's always been that way, where there's this false sense of beauty that can't be attained. You know, thank you. So even before I got burned, I got to put my contacts in, y'all. If you don't know me, my entire face got replaced and I don't see well. I do see a little bit better when I get my special contacts in, but I've got to put them in. So as you're coming in, I love you. I'm not trying to ignore you. And as it keeps scrolling, if I don't answer your questions, you know, it's not because I want to ignore you. It's just because I can't see, right? There's moderators in the room that'll help you, except I don't have YouTube moderators yet. I was trying to find Miss Pretty Gray Hair for that. It's going to work out, though. It's going to work out. So we do this show every day. We're doing makeup. And I want you to know that, you know, although I look different, I'm doing makeup, you know? Oh, hey, pleasure to meet you. I'm trying to see everybody. Hey, Wanda, get over there, get after it. I got to put Wanda up on so you can handle stuff on Facebook, too, if you don't mind. Hey, Jay Jr., I took yesterday off, y'all. I'm sorry I had to deal with. There's a lot going on with my son. I just couldn't get into it. You know, I just needed some time to wrap my head around it. He's grown, but just because your child is grown doesn't mean you don't need to do something. You know, you don't need to help or you don't need to. You know, he's grown, but I'm more grown. So maybe I have a different perspective to offer. You know, that's what we're here for. He'll never be more grown than me. So anyway, took a day. But, you know, as we're doing these live streams, I think one of the things that we really break down is the barrier of all the questions being about what happened to me rather than being about makeup. Right? Because I've got it set up that I'm doing a makeup tutorial. I was going to wrap my head. I'm getting too hot to wear my wig caps. I just cannot wear my wig caps while I'm doing my makeup anymore. It is so hot in Georgia and I can't sweat properly, so y'all got to bear with me on this. This is I know if you're a good head wrapper, you know this is not how you do it, but this is the only way I know how to do it. I'm learning. So anyway, all the questions are about what happened, what happened, what happened, instead of makeup. Now, if I didn't have a facial difference, all the questions would be about, hey, how do you do that brown smoky eye? Now, the reason the questions are all about what happened is because there's such a stigma attached to facial differences, and there's such an idea of what beauty is. And I'm here to tell you, everything you know is wrong. Hey, Kat. Everything you've been told is wrong. You are enough. You don't need to change anything. Makeup is transformative, and it always makes me just, hold my head up higher. But the same is true. Okay, that's a hot mess, but we're going with it. The same is true for clothing or hair and jewelry, right? Or getting your nails done. It's no difference. It's not that you're trying to hide or change anything. It just makes you feel good. So you don't have to, there's so many different stigmas like, oh, you're wearing all that makeup, so much makeup. Take off all that makeup and then don't put on any makeup. And it's like, God, if you put a little lipstick, little foundation, you'll look a lot better. You're never going to be enough for everybody. You're never going to be enough to satisfy these unreasonable, filtered, airbrushed beauty standards. You never. I went through a period after I lost my face, I don't know, had it replaced, I always say that, where I felt really bad because I never really appreciated my looks, and I felt like, man, what a bummer it was. Thank you for sending subs. Y'all read quickly. Miss P, y'all are getting free subs on TikTok. Carol Lackey, read the yellow. Melanie, y'all read it, read it, read it. You're getting gifted subs from Kat. Oh my gosh, all these blessings. So yeah, thank you, Kat. I love you. Thank you all. Y'all read it. Um, so of course, Storytime is pinned, and there's videos pinned too. If you click on my name, you'll get a video with pictures before. I don't hang out with them. It's been 5 years, so I don't hang on to those pictures. But there was a time when I was just looking at myself and I thought, man, what a shame it was what a shame it was to have been so beautiful and not appreciated it. That's the way I felt. And then I eventually got to the point where I thought, well, what a shame. It would equally be a shame to be so beautiful right now and not appreciate it. Because the beauty is never going to be on your skin. Never. It has to start in here. Of course, there's makeup, there's hair, there's pretty. We get it. But that's not all there is to it. There's a lot more. There's a lot more. And I'm so happy to have learned that. I'm grateful. Kind of a hard way to learn it. So I try to come out here and help everybody kind of recognize it without learning it with the hard knock way I did, right? But it is what it is. It must be my purpose. Takes a long time to get there in your head, right? Takes a long time. Have y'all seen like the most beautiful people, but there's something about them, right? Like technically they're perfect, boom, boom, bam. But there's something about them when you look at them and it's like, that's what I'm talking about. There's a quality of beauty. There's an intangible quality to beauty. And Storytime is pinned. Let me see. I'll tell you in a minute. I got to get these contacts in so I can see better. Because I know y'all are commenting and stuff. So welcome in. Oh, we got a whole bunch of people. Look, the algorithm was algorithming. Then about 1,000 people got removed. Y'all be sure to follow me. And if you don't want to be taken out of the room, hop on over to YouTube. I am streaming live there right now, and I need the followers. I don't know what's going on with Congress either, so follow everybody on YouTube. Is what it is. Darkness always comes to the light, doesn't it? So the more people that get over here on YouTube, the more it'll feed that algorithm. Hey, y'all, I love you. Hey, Jenny, everybody. Let me get these contacts in. My son is doing okay. So for everyone in the room who's kind of wondering, I'll tell you in a nutshell that the story time is pinned on TikTok and on all the other platforms. There's a couple of videos, like the first video I ever made fully addresses it. But I got burned out on just right on my back patio. And I tell you that because, we're just sitting outside, drinking some wine, smoking cigarettes, because that's why we were outside, right before Christmas, and sitting by the fire pit. And it ended up being reaching out, getting into a stream of lighter fluid, and it was disaster. Let me put the special contact in. This is called a scleral contact. And I put what's in it is saline solution, and it's going to keep my eyes moist because they don't close all the way. And I don't want to go blind. So they give you this so you don't lose your vision. Super dry eyes. Thank you, Michaela. Everybody join the team. Tap it out. I want to see thousands of people in the room over here like usual. I'm not having it today. We will fight the power, or y'all will hop right on over here on the YouTube. I don't give an ish. I'm going to get my story out either way. I want to do a smoky eye today. So anyway, yeah, after getting burned out there, I ran, I rolled, I ended up, my husband put me out. And then the ambulance came and I went to sleep in the ambulance. So, they put me out. Thank you, Kelly. And that's the last thing I remember for 2 months. I was in a medically induced coma for 2 months. And when I went to sleep, I was thinking it wasn't that bad because I thought that once the fire went out, I was safe. But I didn't realize all the complications of being burned and, infection, blood transfusions, just so many things happen. It's so hard to survive it, really. And so this little plunger thing, for everybody asking, is only for the hard scleral contacts so that you can put them in without losing the liquid in them, the saline. Welcome in, everybody. You can see a little bit better now. Thank you. Subscribe from YouTube. Thank you. Thank you. Subscribe from TikTok. Everybody who's over there, I know there's not a lot of people on my YouTube yet. I haven't fed that algorithm. I should have built it a long time ago because all my other platforms are built, and I didn't. And I really didn't because I started doing live streams here, and the live streams, I was doing them to help my son. He was in a lot of trouble and I needed to make money, and it was like the fast money. So I'm hoping to build up my YouTube, really get it going, because it's dreams get made over there. So y'all hit it, feed that algorithm. It was a lot to lose, but now I feel so thankful to be sitting here right now talking to y'all about to teach a brown smoky eye. I think we're going to do it. Whew, it is hot as goodness in here. I might have to get up and turn on it is hot in Georgia. It's almost 90, and it is, hey, Tulip Toe, thank you for coming from TikTok. There's only like 2 people on YouTube. I would love everybody to be over there. But everybody who's over there, if you want to bounce back and forth, I get it, because there's a lot more conversation over here. But just bouncing over there and subscribing, I think will help it a lot. Danessa Myrix, Defining Neutrals palette. I don't know anything better to do a smoky eye with, but I've never done it with this. This palette has these pomades, like creams, and then it has the powder that sets it. And I've never really worked with it, but pomade is great to start a smoky eye. So I'm hoping it's going to work out. I mean, I know it's for that. Thank you. But I've only used this palette a couple of times, and I was obsessed. I had to have it. I love this palette. Slay all day. We're going to do, I'm going to do a brown smoky eye. I think we're going to use this. We're either going to use this. I said easy smoky eye, though, in my caption. So we might better use some of these guys to make it super easy brown smoky eye. We might use this Lights Out by, these are Hard Candy eye shadow markers, and I think we could put it on Just smoke it out and then add either a brown shadow on top or use another marker in this pretty, this is called um, cold brew. So I don't know. I think we're going to need some brown shadow on top because I don't want to do a black smoky eye. But you still start with black. We're going to get ready. Welcome in, everybody. I feel grateful when all of y'all are in here. It's not an easy road ever. Life is not easy, but it's so good when you have people standing behind you. AJ Jr., let's get the rest of my makeup off. I'm sure I have some on. I've washed my face with squalene. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on skincare today. I'm putting up more skincare tutorials that y'all can refer to. Hey, Keisha. Oh, Tulip Toe came from TikTok. Hey, Elizabeth. Ah, thank you. Thank you, y'all. I love y'all. And again, I understand if you want to be, there's a lot more going on, a lot more conversation happening over here, but I think that y'all hopping over and just following it, giving it some love is going to feed it. So if people were seeing it, we'd have a whole bunch of people in there. Oh, thank you. We'd have a whole bunch of people because people always want to know what happened. But I really just want to talk about makeup a lot of the times. And I think that sometimes just by being seen and doing what you love unapologetically, you make a point. You know, that it's like I don't have to explain why I look like this to be on social media, because that's a really big thing that I hear. And I think so. Tap the heart, Keisha. I think you should tap the heart on YouTube and subscribe. Click the button that says subscribe and get notifications. Click the heart. Anything that looks happy, click it. Because I don't know. I'm learning with y'all. I appreciate everything you do. I appreciate everything you do. I've got to get some mods over there too. Look at that. There's something in my eye. I can't even see well enough to see what it is. Let's see. My nose is nasty. So story time is pinned. And I'm doing makeup. And you got to remember that people, thank you, Judy. Hello. You got to remember that people have to be free to do what they're doing without explaining themselves to you. But we all have curiosity. I'm not trying to knock anybody in their curiosity. But you can't ask people. We just can't. I think that we're in an age of instant information. Of course, I think me and every influencer has story time pinned because our backstory is what makes you interested. We all have it pinned. What happens is there's this emotional reaction to the burns, to the facial differences. I get it. I get it all. But I want y'all to help me change it. You know, the story time is pinned so you can see. Oh, thank you. Oh my God, Aubriana, y'all are awesome. Don't make me cry. Keisha, don't make me cry. All the people that are going over there to help out. People are good. People are good. If you want to know, if you're just coming in, please tap 5 times. I am doing something with my nose right now. I don't have nostrils, so give me a minute. Please tap 5 times. I do all this weirdness, and you just have to, it's challenging to be different or have differences like this. So I appreciate you bearing with me and things like that. There's a lot of things that make us like so embarrassed, you know? But if you're just coming in, I'm a 5-year burn survivor and I do makeup, and we're going to talk about makeup. I just cleaned my face with this Garnier micellar water and I'm obsessed with it. Hey, hey, 1984 from TikTok. I love y'all. Oh, I know. Everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Slay. Everybody stay up there. Don't leave me. This Garnier micellar water is great. My eyes don't close, so I always have like a little bit of eye makeup on because I'm so scared that I'm going to get soap in my eye. And I really think it's a PTSD thing because when I came home from the hospital, I didn't know that my eyes didn't close. I mean, there's no way to know until somebody tells you. When you shut your eyes, you don't know that. I mean, there's no way to know. And but I kept taking a shower and, washing my scalp with this medicated shampoo. Hey, Cindy. Washing my face with this medicated shampoo, and it would burn my eyes so bad, and I could not figure out what was happening until I was told, oh, well, it'll be better when they get your eyes closed. And I love it. Y'all please follow. If you come in, follow. We're going to do one skincare thing. I'm not going to do too much because I'm using the Milk Makeup Hydrogel Primer. This stuff is awesome, but I did a little research and it can do some pilling. And pilling means when like it beads up. If that happens, I would 100% say the reason is that you've got too much moisture underneath it. Hey, BB. Hyaluronic acid just alone can pill because it goes into your skin and adds a lot of moisture. I think it holds like 1,000 times its weight, 100 or 1,000 times its weight in water. So it's like a sponge that's too full. This is a red light microcurrent device called the Nuovolus Mini, and I use it all the time. It's tightening up my under eye. Hey, Martha. On TikTok, it's in my showcase. If you click my name and then click showcase, you'll see it. Everywhere else, if you're going to buy it, I recommend you get it on TikTok because they've got a special where it's $49. Everywhere else, I think it's $199. This thing is awesome. Hey, still standing. When they closed my eyes, they kind of got it wrong and it's real baggy under here. Hey, everybody. Thanks for talking, Wanda. Thank you. I love y'all. Anyways, tightening it up, and I love it. People keep saying, oh my God, you look so good. Ever since I started using this thing, and that feels good. All right, so, anyway, the pilling, I would not put a lot of hyaluronic acid or any heavy moisturizer underneath or on the Milk makeup because it is top-notch hyaluronic acid in this thing. I mean, it is really, really good. It's not a little dab. It's a whole lot. It feels like skincare. So if you have problems with it, I would adjust. That's the bob and weave on that. Hyaluronic acid smoothed out my skin. I can't show you pictures of it anymore because I'm using both phones, but if you look at some of the things that are pinned on all my channels, you can see what my skin looked like right after I was burned. And it's like very, this texture is all skin grafts have this because there's a machine that they use. They take skin from your lower body and run it through this machine, like spread it out, and it leaves this pattern. So my face had the pattern, and I very mistakenly discovered hyaluronic acid and niacinamide. And y'all, that stuff brightens, smooths, gets rid of wrinkles and fine lines. I mean, if it can get rid of this, what can it do to fine lines? I'm not an esthetician, but I'm all about it. Hyaluronic acid, niacinamide. So when I saw this primer, obsessed. If you're one of the people that says it's pilling, watch your skincare underneath it and the foundation on top. I heard that Fenty Eavesdrops doesn't work with it. Not sure, because Fenty Eavesdrops isn't quite heavy enough for me. It is. I've worn it, but I don't know. I think we're going to do Estee Lauder today. Foundation, because I really want a really smoky eye. I was supposed to record a piece for Face Equality International 2 days ago, and I didn't get it done. So we're going to do my makeup for an important piece of content that talks about how facial differences are judged throughout the world and how they're seen, the perception of it. I got burned, by the fire pit with lighter fluid. So it was a really severe fire burn, and it burned my entire face and both arms and chest and upper back. 35% of my body was burned, all upper body, 35%. So the burns were really severe. And I thought the only thing I could think is, man, I couldn't look at myself after I woke up You know, I didn't even turn this on, in a coma for 2 months. And I didn't even want to look at myself afterwards because, hey, thank you, Title Get Through Sherry. Because I thought I would look like Freddy Krueger because that was the only point of reference that I had. You know, look, I've got these, my neck is so, these are called contractures and they hurt. Thank you, Ruby. This red light makes them softer. Maybe they don't look that much different. Hey, 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 you found me. I'm Burn Beauty 2018 everywhere. Thank y'all for the follows. YouTube and TikTok and all these things reach so many people around the world. So when I say that I woke up and I thought, oh, sorry, you came in like, this is the Nuovaluce Mini. Nuovaluce Mini. Nuovaluce. Thank you, Casey. If you look in the TikTok shop showcase, it's in my showcase. It's definitely in the TikTok shop. This is a microcurrent. This is like a little bit of electricity and red light. Let me show you. Red light therapy device. And microcurrent and red light, microcurrent and tightens. Thank you, Casey, the pepper. And red light therapy is known to brighten and increase collagen production and collagen production tightens sperm. So they call it an anti-aging device. For me, I look so amazingly brighter and firmer than I did 2 months ago. So I'm a big fan of the new Ovaluce Mini. Get it out of the TikTok shop because it's on sale there. There's very few products that I really talk about every day. I believe in this one because it's making me feel just really beautiful, you know, like it's tightening things up. And I'd be using it either way. Hey, Jenny, I'd be using it whether I was burned or not because I'm 51 years old. So Nuovaluce Mini, get after it. It was gifted to me by Nuovaluce, and then I found out it was in the TikTok shop. I don't have it pinned up because I get like these silly violations while I'm talking if I put it up and make it easily accessible. But if you put in Nuovaluce, you're going to get it. The one additional eye care, or the two additional eye cares that I'm going to use, I'm still going to use my natural moisturizing factors. Thank you, Cindy. This is the Ordinary Company Natural Moisturizing Factors. So it's like a serious moisturizer. I'm not going to use too much, but keeping these skin grafts moisturized really keeps them smooth. And the same for y'all. I mean, skin grafts or not, you need this. I used to have the worst time with moisturizer because I had like combination skin, and I would always think that it made me break out and stuff. If you get the right stuff, you won't break out, it won't clog you. I'm going to use some straight caffeine on my under eyes today to try to tighten up the bags. This is caffeine solution by the Ordinary Company, and you put it on your under eye, and caffeine just really decreases puffiness. That's why you've seen people put tea bags, like swear by tea bags on their under eyes. It's not the tea, it's the caffeine. It's the caffeine that does that. So a caffeine solution is awesome. You can get that in the TikTok shop or anywhere, or in my LTK shops or Amazon stores, anywhere you can get it, anywhere. Okay, if y'all are over here on the YouTube and stuff, there should be clickable links down in the caption. That's kind of like the easiest I can make it for y'all right now. Because I'm not monetized on YouTube yet until y'all keep watching me over there. This little thing is cold. I keep my products in the refrigerator. Some people say it's okay to refrigerate your stuff. Some people say not. For me, it just feels good because the skin grafts are so hot. They're just like, they can't sweat. So I'm always hot. And I'm going through menopause, apparently. So this little thing is by Real Techniques, and it's called an eye reviver, and it's just metal. I keep it in the fridge. And mods, please mute Sharetta. Make that, if Thick Madam Canvas is asking, make that the full live mute. She can come back when she learns to behave. I love this. Thank you. Be well. If y'all are over there, please give me a follow. I'll be posting stuff. Even if you can't watch a whole big long live, I'm working really hard to make tutorials again. And so be sure to follow me. Tutorials will be on YouTube and Facebook. Mostly long tutorials on YouTube. And then just shorter clips everywhere else, you know. But if you want the full one, I'm so excited about that because it's what I wanted to do in the beginning. After I got burned, I didn't know how to do my makeup and I couldn't find anyone um, that, you know, was doing any good, that was doing makeup with the that looked like me. You know, it's important to see people that look like us, whether it's brown or heavy or round or black, you know, whatever it is. Representation matters, which is why, again, why I'm here every day, even with all the trolls and the insults and stuff. That's why it's important to keep showing up. And so anyway, I couldn't find anybody that looked like me doing makeup. Now there's a ton of people right now doing it because I think COVID changed a lot and it really got us out there. You know, a lot more people started making videos with the scourge of TikTok, and TikTok made it easy to make videos. I'm so happy for that because now there's a lot of people that look like me doing makeup. Thank you, Mary. Oh, Mary is here too. Oh, the Ordinary is really good, Octavia. I love the Ordinary face products. They're affordable and they're just really good. So yeah, when I couldn't find anybody doing makeup, um, and I started wearing makeup again, I made a video. This is Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. It has a lot of hyaluronic acid in it, and I know that because it feels so good going on. If you put too much skincare underneath this, it is likely going to pill up. If you don't, you've already got your skincare built into your primer, and it is, I just love it. I used it the other day for the first time. This is the little mini that I bought by mistake because I thought I was buying the eye primer. I would definitely have bought the bigger one, but it doesn't hurt to start here. Milk Makeup Hydrogel. Hyaluronic acid is going to plump you up, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any fine lines, that's why I love it. I need everything to plump as much as it can plump. These deep lines and stuff. You know, I didn't find anybody giving this advice when I looked for tutorials, you know. I didn't find it. And I made a video after being in the house 2.5 years. I got up the nerve to make a video to tell my Facebook friends what had happened to me because I hadn't said a word about it. You know, I disappeared. I went into a coma, went to the hospital, didn't say a word until years later. And then when I made that video, of course, the outpouring was so kind, but there's questions like there always are. You know, how did this happen? What is that? So I made a video just telling my story, and it felt so good because it was the first time I'd done it. It's on my YouTube. It's the first video on my YouTube, and it's on my Facebook somewhere. It's about 20 minutes long where I talked about it. I don't even know what it said. I haven't watched it myself since those years, but I know it felt so good just to like speak, you know, tell my story to people that wouldn't be so ugly. And thank you. I don't know that brand. I didn't see that. I'll check it out. Some people are just ugly. There's a lot of haters over here. So it's discouraging sometimes, y'all. If y'all are on YouTube, if y'all have a TikTok, go on over to YouTube, subscribe. You can come back and see all the fun on TikTok, but get on over there. I need some support. Also, we don't know what's happening in Congress in the US. But more so, I just really want you to go on over there and subscribe. It'll help me out a lot. I don't ask for much. Click. Subscribe is free on YouTube if y'all are wondering. That's just a follow. It's a follow. Subscribe is different over here than it's. Oh, I've got my, look what I got. Before I finish talking, Cody Airspun Face Powder. We are going after it today. I have not seen this since I was 20 something, I think. I might have used it in my 30s, actually. I think everything you see is like skin grafts. All the burns got removed, but the skin grafts are looking so good because of that new Ovalus Mini, the microcurrent device. People over here are saying, wow, it looks a lot better. Really does, y'all. I will put up a picture of myself 2 months ago. Y'all follow me. I'll put up a picture, just a split screen of today and then 2 months ago so y'all can see what we're talking about here. Anyway, this is pretty much the GOAT. This is the GOAT of face powder. I got the extra coverage, and I'm not sure if that's... I think I wore the extra coverage at some point, but I don't know if that's... I know I like the original, but I can't remember if I used this one or if I just used the original. This stuff has been around since the 30s. Korosu. Oh, look, I don't know Korosu. Ugh, my fingers. Got it. So we'll see. If I don't like the extra coverage, I can start... Oh, that smell. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Do y'all know, like, the first time when you smell Lotta Body? You know, Lotta... or that Luster's pink oil? Y'all know what I'm talking about? That smell. I got this. It's in my Amazon storefront. If you go to Amazon and look up Burn Beauty 2018 and go to my storefront, I just posted it the other day. It's $6.98. Y'all know what I'm talking about with the Luster's pink oil lotion and the Lotta Body. Those scents, right now I'm 19 years old in my mind. Whew. I thought it's talc free. Talc free. Talc free. Talc free formula. I remember it. I think it started with talc. Man, it smells so good. That just really strong. I don't want to inhale it. Y'all are right, though. You don't need to be sniffing powder. Thank you, Linda Long, for subscribing on YouTube. And y'all, again, I appreciate it. I know there's a lot of conversation on TikTok, but if y'all come over and subscribe, it's really going to help. My piercings were done in Alpharetta, Georgia. All right, let's get some foundation on. I'm getting after it today. For more skincare, I do a lot more skincare. Follow my YouTube. There's going to be lots of tutorials about all the different things that I've done because I really think they can, a lot of the products that I've kind of stumbled across can help a lot of people, burned or not. And a lot of things I've learned about skincare because I did not know that much. I knew makeup before, not skincare. Yeah, so I couldn't find the videos. I couldn't find anybody talking like this and looking like this. And pink oil in my arm. Pink oil. Oh, Lord, you get that pink oil? Lord have mercy. That stuff's still in my hair. All right, I've got some Estee Lauder. No, I didn't. Did I prime? Oh, I did prime. Lord have mercy. This primer feels so much like skincare that I didn't think I primed. That's a sign. I was thinking, oh, I forgot to do the thing, and it has a grip. It's not as grippy as it's not as sticky as like Elf, but it's a whole different thing. So now I've got Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place. Double Wear Stay in Place. It's in my TikTok shop showcase. It's in my LTK store in Amazon. It's on all my shops. This is currently my favorite foundation. I'm in Rich Ginger, which is 5 in 1. 5 in 1. Thank you for the rose. Thank you, everybody. Oh, thank you, Linda Long. You use the light? Girl, I need to get some. I got to get that. And I've got Lotta Body. When I wear my pixie, I set it with rollers and Lotta Body. But they tell me not to use Lotta Body. They tell me use that other stuff. What is it? What is it? Nairobi? Because I had platinum hair and they're like, oh, it's messing with your color. But y'all, I'm old school. I want that Lotta Body. I want that Lotta Body in my hair. And it'd be stacked. It'd be so cute. Thank you, Dwayne. Dwayne J for the rose. Thank you. I want that Lotta Body. And I want this. I can't wait to use the coating Airspun. It's talc free. Since the 1930s, almost 100 years of powder, and it still looks the same. That's branding at its finest, right? Branding at its finest. That's why you don't change too much. You will always recognize that, always, like a Coke bottle, you know? It just feels good to be able to create the thing that I couldn't find. Did you say I'm the reason? Firecracker Projects, you're the reason I'm the reason Firecracker started wearing makeup again. I know y'all came to make me cry today. I know you did. Yeah, I'm like brown smoky eye. Y'all like, let's make her cry. Thank you for saying that. I love you. Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I do use other powders. I seem kind of yellow over here. I got to check my settings before I get finished. They have a tendency to turn on a filter that I do not enjoy. Nope. Oh, no. Okay. All right. It's not on. I check for filters. I do not use like beauty filters or anything because it's not fair. I mean, you can use them to take your pictures, but I don't think it's fair when you're doing a tutorial. It's frustrating because there's nothing you can do that's ever going to make it look like this. And even when I'm just doing it without a filter, the lighting, the camera, even when you defeat the filters on the camera, it all looks a lot different than it does in person. And I always try to capture it. I try to capture it as authentically as I can. And it don't get me wrong. When you look at it and it's all smoothed up and bright, you're like, oh, I'm cute, right? Then you take a picture in the sunlight and you're like, new phone, who dis? All right, so today my light is telling me a whole different story that I do not have very good coverage. The Estee Lauder Double Wear is medium to full coverage, and it's looking really very yellow. I keep forgetting that. I'm looking way too yellow currently because your skin continues to change, whether you have grafts or not. So the color that was good for you a month ago might not be good for you today. And I've got to work this out because it's looking too golden. I keep forgetting it. I'm gonna fix it with the powder and the and some bronzer. But I really need to remember to do a color adjustment to this next time to show y'all how to do it. So I'm going to take this sponge while I talk and just build it, just dabbing it on in the areas where I need it to go to full coverage, right? Lightly with the sponge, you just take some more product. The sponge is damp. That's why it's big. Sponges get really big when they're damp. You always want to run it under the water and then squeeze it out, or it's going to absorb your product. So it just felt really good to, making that video to explain everything to my friends. Not explain, just to tell my story for the first time. And when I posted the video, I didn't know how to make a video, right? I was 45 when I got burned. I was not about social media. I didn't know how to do it, but I have been watching like 90 Day Fiance. So, I was just at home on the couch all the time. All I had to do was watch TV. I couldn't even really read because my vision was so bad. I didn't have the contacts yet, and my eye was crooked. It had, diverged. I couldn't see straight. So TV was kind of it. I didn't know how to make a video. I order up a ring light, right? And then it comes, bloop, it comes next day. And I get on YouTube to make it because that was an easy way. You can turn it on and go make the video. So I didn't even know how to do it on Facebook, right? Ridiculous. So I take this video from YouTube and put it on Facebook. It takes me all day to figure it out, but I get it on there. I think only my friends are going to be able to see it, because I knew nothing. I didn't realize that anybody would be able to find the video and see it. And, because I didn't have it marked private or anything. And people started contacting me and said, oh my gosh, I've been through this, I've been through that. And, I love your makeup. And, just what did you use? And thank you. And that was the moment that I realized I could create the thing that I needed, you know. Thank you, Linda. You just gotta take your time. I forgot to color correct today because that's not one of my regular steps, but I'm kind of testing it anyway. That e.l.f. color corrector and camo concealer, that might be cracking. I'm not sure. I'm gonna test it another time. It might be a little dry and crickety crackety. No, my jury is out on the camo concealer. I like e.l.f. products, but the jury is still out. Get back to you on it. Overall, it's good, but I'm just not sure about the way it settles after a while. Got makeup in my eye. So it was amazing when those people were messaging me, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can do this. And I've been wearing makeup my whole life, literally my whole life. When you see the little girls doing makeup now, I was one of those little girls because I found some makeup and, that my grandma had. And, and it just always made me feel some kind of way. It always made me feel like, oh, thank you, title gifter Sherry. It's always made me feel nice. Like some people, it's, fashion. I love fashion too, but there's a real connection with me to makeup. And I was an artist too, so I like drawing. I like things, the visual arts just really connect with me. Oh, my neck. So it was amazing to have people say, oh, I love your makeup. And how did you do that? And I was using Dermablend foundation because I couldn't find a foundation that was TikTok. Y'all share 5 times. It's taking people out of the room. Y'all be sure to follow me. Flat out, we're going to call a spade a spade. They're taking people out of the room. There's a couple thousand and there's 700. That means people don't leave. You're getting blacked out. So come back in. I'm live until 6 p.m. And just be sure to follow so you can get back in if you want to. Because this is frustrating to watch somebody do their makeup and not see the end, right? It's frustrating. Frustrating. Give it a follow. Help the community grow. Join. If you click that orange heart at the top, you're likely to get notifications for the people over here on TikTok. I'm trying to help them out. It's a struggle to watch me over here. A struggle. I don't know. This Coty powder is pretty light. No, I'm not up to powder yet. Look how excited I am. I want to do the powder and I haven't even concealed. I'm worried about it because like, that's really light. This is the transparent, right? I got the transparent. Translucent, extra coverage. I think I wanted to get the regular translucent, but we'll see. Also, I'm going to use a powder. I just decided I'm going to use a brush when I put this on. Yeah, we're going to use a brush to put that on, not a powder puff. Look at my lip. I fell down, I busted my lip like a month and a half ago. I fell, whacked my face on the concrete, busted my knee, and I didn't mess it up on the outside, but my tooth cut on the inside and it left this like soft tissue damage lump. It's really soft. It doesn't hurt, but look, I don't know. I'm going to live that way forever. I'm worried about it. Skin grafts are very particular, so I don't really want to have this forever. I don't know how to get rid of it. It bled, like it bled on the inside of my mouth, but nothing got damaged. It's not even hard. You don't feel anything. It's just swollen still. Gotta be careful. When I fell, I was so scared. I was like, oh, my skin grafts. I was so scared. It's like I don't need another thing. I know it's probably not a big deal in the grand scheme of things, but upset about that. I'm gonna use some Ciate. No, I'm not. If we're going old school, where is my Maybelline? Where is my Maybelline? Where is my Maybelline? I think we're gonna use Maybelline. You know the stuff, what is it called? Maybelline Inner Instant Age Rewind. Maybelline Instant Age Rewind is what I am looking for. And now that I've said it, I'm probably not going to find it. I have so much makeup, y'all. Y'all are like, how could you not find it? Well, because I organized it and I'm old and I can't remember where the Maybelline section is. Where did I put it? I literally just had it. I straightened up and now I don't know where it is. I'm going to let it go because when I start with this, I get frustrated at my memory. After being in a coma, it was affected a lot. Thank you, Alicia. Big effect on my memory. So I take the time to straighten something up. But, is it really the coma or is it because I'm 51 years old? Oh, look, I put it in the concealer section. Yes. I'm going to conceal my under eye and then I'm going to use, we're doing a smoky eye. I'm going to use a little bit of Gerard's Cosmetics eyeshadow base for it, I think. The Maybelline Instant Age Rewind is old school, smooth under eyes. Thank you. I am very beautiful. 144. I'm in color 144. This is stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot. I didn't like the color I got. That's why I didn't use it. So I haven't used it in years. And I just ordered some. And I don't like the color. It's not light enough. But it does a really smooth under eye. And I like that because I have these bags and creases. I don't want it to be that. Oh, y'all definitely tap the screen. We got to get 500,000 likes. That really helps push the content out. Joining the team, everybody. I don't know how you like over there on YouTube and stuff, but any likes you can give or maybe comments are great. If you're over on YouTube, comment what the next look you'd like to see, YouTube and Facebook. So I'm taking just a damp sponge and I'm blending that out. It's really just, the colors are all too golden on me right now. And you would think I'd be getting browner for summer, but I'm not. I'm not. The skin grafts don't behave the way other things do. I'm going to combat this with some powder in a minute. If you want a smooth under eye, I like using the Instant Age Rewind or a good concealer under your eye, and then immediately using the same damp sponge to put powder, to set the powder. You need no waiting. We're going to do the rest of my concealer here in just a minute, but we're going to get some of this coating. I'm committed. I missed you, baby. I missed you, my friend. I missed you, my earspun friend. I missed you. My earspun friend. Everybody's like, don't breathe it. It says talc free, I hope. Haven't used it. It says talc free. So I'm going to take it on the damp sponge. I'm just going to set it. I avoided setting my under eyes for so long because it would crease so badly. And this might crease. I don't know. But I know I'm going to try. So I'm going to set it way too light here. I don't know if I'm going to use this coating all over. I'm going to see. Hey, everybody. Thank y'all for watching over here. I love y'all. It really helps. I need to be, I'm known on all the other platforms, but I'm not as known on YouTube. So anybody who has a YouTube that goes over and follows me, it'll really help me a lot. I didn't spend enough time making long form content. And now I'm trying to make up for it. Because it would be my dream to have like a makeup company or, someday that can have makeup that has a lot of built-in skincare that, helps heal skin. Like a burn survivor with a makeup company. That'd be pretty amazing. Hey, Alabama, you in Alabama? Nigerian Owambe makeup look. Ooh, type that in. I'm gonna have to study that one. I'm down. Ooh, the ombre lip. Nigerian Owambe. See, that's fun. I like y'all doing that. Stuff I would have never thought of. I might have to practice it first, but if y'all know me, I have a tendency just to go right head in. No practice. We'll just figure it out together live in front of gazillion million people. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Life is short, right? Just get it done. My eyebrows are glued on, y'all, and they're looking kind of... Miriam left. Y'all hear my dog? Thank you, Becca. It's okay. Miriam has to go home at 4, honey. We'll go to the park after. You know that. It's okay. Grady's been so stressed. It's so stressed. Everybody's stressed here. It's something when the puppy dog is as stressed as you are, because they feel you so much, I think I will go in with the elf. Somebody just came in the door. We stressed in here. Y'all stressed over there? What's going on over there? I can't see what y'all doing. My head will explode if I see what's going on over there. Right? Don't cry, Grady. You're such a baby. Let's use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Renata. Oh, yeah, that Dermablend. So this is going to say, I was using Dermablend foundation, and I had no idea how to use that. Right? It's a foundation. I'd used a lot of makeup in my life, but I had never used Dermablend. This is e.l.f. Camo Concealer. All products, y'all. Over there, you see my links to LTK and Amazon. Over here, there's a TikTok shop showcase. I'm in a tan medium or something. I wish I could see better. When I put my contacts in, I can't see. I'm just going to let it go. I'm in e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Pick the appropriate color for you. 2 shades lighter. Hey, Silver Weaver. 2 shades lighter, please, for the highlights. And the conceal. My under eyes look kind of nice. That Maybelline and Coty is not disappointing. That's going to look good. So I'm doing this right here. I'm going to try to get rid of this dark spot where you can see right here, and then a little highlight on the nose, the chin, and my top lip is not a lip. Yeah, it does sit good. The top lip is like dark because it's skin from my abdomen. It's not my lip. It got replaced. So I always have to get a little bit of light up here, and I'm going to use a concealer brush, actually. I don't want this to thin out at all. I'm not going to use my sponge right now. I just want this to stay thick so we can move on and get the eyeshadow on. I always do my complexion first because my complexion is obviously the hardest thing for me. Thank you, Bella, for joining the team. Complexion, when you're a burn survivor, I like to pay attention to the thing that I need to pay the most attention to, that requires the most effort. I like that to go first, and then everything else is gravy. And as long as you're using like a shadow primer or base, you shouldn't have a lot of fallout on your face. You should be aight. I'm gonna have to pick up my brushes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is the moment where the whole thing falls apart because I knocked the stand. The whole prophecy unfolds right here. Y'all remember last week? I was so nervous and struggling so hard to get the cameras right. I was so nervous. It was falling over. I was just falling apart. Y'all stuck with me, and I appreciate that. Let me pick up a brush. So the Derma Blend, yeah, I was using it and people were commenting on my makeup. And I thought, man, they don't know about Derma Blend. I thought it was like the world's best kept secret because I'd never used it or heard about it. And I'd done a lot of makeup, you know. Why are my brushes falling? Ugh. Like if I lose a brush, if I drop a brush and don't pick it up, it's gone forever because of my memory. So it'll literally just get knocked away. And brushes are my favorite thing. Okay, I've got a dense kabuki brush that I like to use for this. I got it on Amazon. It's an energy. Uh-oh, almost lost y'all. Oh my gosh. Why do I have to verify my identity, TikTok? I've been on. Hey, my girl. Keisha, I haven't set up more mods yet. So, but I'm going to work on it after. All right, so Energy 570 on Amazon, and it's like $5 or $6, and I really like it. I just got it. I wouldn't expect it to last a lifetime, but it's like a slanted small kabuki brush, and I like that a lot. Just to lightly dab this concealer so I get like the most coverage. I might come back with a sponge. Thank you, Juan. I might come back with the sponge to like do the edges in a minute, but I really want it to stay dense. And letting the concealer set for a minute, like I just did, not immediately blending it, keeps it it keeps it opaque. If it gets too dry, you can re-wet it with some primer spray. You can even use setting spray to re-wet. Look, it looks like I almost made like a button nose right there. Isn't it amazing what makeup can do? Like, I don't have nostrils and it makes my nose looks like it's... I'm going to leave it like that and then contour it. It's going to be cute. So I thought I was like the beauty guru because I was like, oh my goodness, nobody in the world knows how to use Derma Blend. And so I just started making videos. Most of my beginning tutorials were all about putting on Derma Blend foundation. And every time I would learn something new, I would just make a new video. And that's how this all started, you know, because I had no idea about making tutorials or social media or anything. Doesn't it look pretty? This little brush, $5 or $6 brush, is getting it done. e.l.f. Camo Concealer. This looks good right here. The nose looks good. Up here, I'm going to use a little bit of sponge because it looks like it's... I'm going to have to move that knot or it's going to mess up my thing when I put my wig on. I'm going to look crazy. I'm like, that was so cute. I'm just going to move it so I can do I don't care what it looks like. We got to get this makeup right. So I'm using the sponge just a little bit. Oh, thank you, Judy Garcia. And thank all our subs and everybody in the room. These people are working so hard over here, y'all. Hey, Cassandra, if y'all are watching me over on YouTube and stuff, on TikTok, if you see the way it's scrolling and there's a lot of people in the room. Well, when they allow there to be a lot of people in the room, there is. Very lightly. I don't want to spin this out. Y'all keep tapping. Let's get 500,000 likes, please. And, you know, there's so much going on with, like, trolls. You couldn't believe what it's like. You know, it seems like over here where there's only a few people because the algorithm isn't feeding yet, it doesn't seem like that big a thing. But when you see the way the trolls, or I guess they're bots or whatever they are, that roll through, then you understand why it's so important to keep being seen. Because there's a lot that needs to be learned about facial differences. Thank you, Nancy. Oh, my nails. I got my pink nails because Wanda and Mitzi both had pink nails a couple weeks ago. And I was like, well, I'm going to get me some pink nails. And they are so blinging. I want to put on a little bit of eyeshadow base because we are doing a smoky eye. I'm going to set my... That Cody is getting it done, isn't it? it's a little bright. It's getting it done. You know, I have bags under my eyes, but that got it done. That Maybelline and Cody. Ooh, the pink. So all my videos were just about like, oh my gosh, I learned this about dermablend, I learned that. And it truly came from a place of wanting to help other people that are, you know, going through issues. Whether, you know, it doesn't have to be about burns. The dermablend is great for vitiligo or any kind of discoloration. You can cover tattoos with it. It's seriously good makeup that I think doesn't get as much recognition as it should for being absolutely amazing makeup. But I just make these videos and make them, and I just wanted to reach out to people and let them know. And I've been thinking about that a lot lately because I want to get back to that. Only I think it's good, you know, we can get caught up in like the trends, you know, and stuff. And Lord, what is going on over there? There's some stuff going down over here on TikTok. Hey, Miracle, thank you. Thank you, Keisha. Y'all definitely share. If you're on TikTok, YouTube, and y'all know what to do more than I do. I got to tell you, I do these videos and stuff, but I'm 51 years old and I do it to reach people. I don't really know everything there is to know about social media. I'm learning. I know a lot, but mainly I just want y'all to like and share and comment so we can reach more people. Oh, it's the Cody Airspun. I'm going in with it. I'm using a brush because it's kind of light. I'm not sure if this is going to pick up white cast or not. And I need to record. I've never used Cody and then tried to film. So I'm going to use it, and I think I'm just going to see what it looks like because I see a little white cast right now. Oh, but man, it's pretty though. I think the one thing I'll say is I do think that I used to prefer the translucent, but not the translucent extra coverage. Like the original translucent. I remember when the extra coverage became a thing. That's how old I am. I remember when they started making extra coverage. That's why I was kind of like, man, is that the right one? I don't think it is. It's very, very, very on there. But with my brown skin, I do not need a white cast. I do not. But I'll show you what to do about that because the finish is flawless right now. It is so pretty. Get the regular translucent, y'all. If you have brown, get regular translucent Cody Airspun. It's only $6, so I'm gonna order me another one and mix them together a little so I can use it all. Never waste makeup. You can always make it work. Mix it a little together. Go. It's okay, Grady. What's wrong, baby? I swear, you know, I am had just about enough of my baby doggy crying because of that loud thing across the street, that loud car. The guy across the street has a Maybach. Maybach? Whatever you call it. Grady hates it. Very loud, and he's a nervous type. All right, so this is such serious coverage. This is Gerard Cosmetics. Before I finish talking, yeah, Grady's downstairs just crying. Gerard Cosmetics eyeshadow base that you get on Amazon. It's definitely in my Amazon store already. What I do, y'all, if you don't know, oh, Keisha, my setting spray, hold on. I don't think that the setting spray will help with the white cast, but we can try. I don't think that it will. Maybe, because it is, you know, setting spray, but you know what? I haven't had a white cast in a long time. It might. Keisha just said, wouldn't your setting spray help with the white cast? Maybe. We'll find out. I don't think so, but maybe. Anyway, every day I make a post after I do a look because I don't know everything I'm going to use. I don't like plan out like, okay, I'm going to sell them stuff. I just come on to do a look and talk. So after the show, I take Grady to the park because he's a good boy and he's been waiting. And then I'll post a picture of myself with that look for the day. Yeah, I know. He's such a sweet baby. It's that guy across the street. I'm tired of that guy across the street with the Maybach. But anyway, I post a look and then I link all the products in my LTK shop. That's the only place I can put them because you can link them no matter where they're from. I put everything I can in my Amazon storefront, but if it's something that's not sold on Amazon, you don't get all the info. On LTK, you get all the info. Thank you, Denise. So that's where I work because when I try to do it over here on TikTok, if it's not in the TikTok shop, they won't even show you the video. So y'all gotta follow me on the shopltk.com because you never know. They won't let me tell you. You can't compete with the TikTok shop. I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it, but you may not compete with it. I'm going to get wonked, so I'm going to stop talking about it because I'm going to get wonked. Ain't nobody going to be able to help me if I keep talking. But I am just speaking the truth. Stop talking and make up the baby crying. The baby all right. The baby is 130 pounds. And he is okay. He has got Fiji water. And I'm not kidding. He's got a new orangutan toy, Fiji water, everything he needs. He's just mad. Grady, honey. Actually, I think Donald is outside and he's inside and I'm making him cry. That's what I think is happening. I think it's a variety of things happening. Grady, honey. Grady? Okay. And he's sad. Do you see me better over here, Keisha? I think, is it the angle, Keisha? Tell me. Is it the angle or the phone? Is it blurry on the iPhone? Keisha just said she can see me better here. And I think it's because hold on, y'all, sorry. I think it's because the phone is closer. I'm trying to get the right setup. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to try. It's a good idea. It's a good thought, Keisha. You see better on there. Everybody is seeing me better on the TikTok. I wonder why. Thank y'all for telling me. Facebook is dark. Interesting. Facebook is dark, huh? Facebook can see all my junk in the background too. I got like a million things on my desk back there. Facebook can see all that because I'm streaming this way. I need to clean my desk off. But I've got like all these things that I use behind me on my desk with my Mac. TikTok and YouTube. But Facebook is dark. Okay, I'll figure that out. I don't know about the Facebook stream. Though YouTube and Facebook is all streaming from the same place. It's streaming from StreamYard, which is a streaming service. So it's the same camera for YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. Same camera. I got to figure all this out. The lighting on YouTube isn't as good. And it's the same. Interesting. I bet it's the phone. You know what it is? TikTok is on an Android phone, and the other one, StreamYard, is on my iPhone, and I've never enjoyed my iPhone camera. I think I have a tablet, an Android tablet that I can stream from, because you're actually closer to the light. Hey, Ryan James. Wonder why it's darker. Anybody who knows anything about this, feel free to send me a message, because I don't know why. Yeah, technology. I don't know why it's different over there. If you're watching on Facebook and it's dark, check me out on YouTube. I need the YouTube people anyway. I'm streaming from one camera for all of you, but I'm learning something right now. YouTube, lighting is fine on YouTube. Okay. I love how y'all help me. Hey, Ryan James, I love how y'all help me. Y'all help me get this right. I want this to be like a big, important stream on Facebook, too. Facebook is my original platform. It's the only social media I had because I'm 51 years old. Right, the back camera. Right, the back camera works better on the iPhone, but then I can't see the comments. If I switch it to the back camera, then I can't see the screen. I got a lot to figure out to make this like the pro stream that I want it to be. Because just because I'm old, I don't want people to think I can't do it. You know? Not old. I don't even think I'm old. Is 51 old? I do have an iPad, but it's an old one. It's the iPad, the original iPad. Is it Pro, the 12.9? Thank you, Mitzi. It's the 12.9. Mitzi and Mark will help me figure it out. He's a photographer, but I didn't know that. So thank you. Remember, Mitzi, Facebook is dark. I ain't old. E51. Hey, I feel young. Yeah, check it out, Wanda. Okay, Gerard Cosmetics is in my Amazon store, and it'll be on my LTK as well. It's better if you can follow the LTK platform, really, because even the Amazon stuff I can link into the LTK platform, but I can't do the opposite. And Gerard Cosmetics is an eyeshadow base that is just so good. I think I'm in the medium color. I'll tag it for you later. It's all worn off because it lasts so long. And it's just a really good product that if nobody tells you about it, you won't know about it. It's just a good product. Facebook is good, not dark. Oh, I wonder what's going on. I don't know, Aisha. Message me that so I can look it up and research it. Sarah. I feel young. I feel young. Well, actually, right now I'm hurting. I don't actually feel that young. People ask me about pain a lot, and honestly, there is a lot of pain still involved after the fact. There's still a lot of pain control going on. I'm taking a little bit, thank you, Ryan, right up here at my brow. I'm taking a little bit of this Cody and putting it right here. But I'm not going to go all the way down. I'm going to put it right here, right into the top of the crease where I'm going to finish this smoky blend. And I'm telling y'all, that's the way to get the blend easier. And I always want the blend to be easier. Oh, thank you. Oh, you did something? Oh, the stuff for like cups and stuff. Thank you. I'll check it out. Thank you, thank you. We're gonna make some cups and all kinds of things. I'm excited. Thank you, Ryan. So anyway, you'll get an easier blend if you have a little bit of powder, and we're going to use a little bit of eyeshadow in there too. I'm always trying to get an easier blend because I don't have as much time. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the room is dark. Y'all should be able to see me, and the room should be dark behind me. But over here, what's happening is it's junky behind me. That's what's bothering y'all. That's what I see. It's like I've got a jacket laying over here, and I've got so much stuff on my desk. So tomorrow, that won't be that way. Because I think that changes the aesthetic. Yeah. What's changing it, Wanda, is they can see all, like my desk back there that has like equipment on it and a book and, you know, where I teach a class and stuff. If you're a streamer, this is very important. Like right here, it's socked in really tight if you're a TikToker or live. But over here, it's got too much in the background, and that's changing the whole vibe for everybody. It's changing the whole aesthetic. It seemed like stuff, it's not a clean line here and stuff. It's changing everything. Keisha says she just turned 50 and she had to call her mom because her mama didn't tell her there'd be days like this because she's hurting so much. Oh, did y'all blow your budget on Josh? Josh, you got a new car. Oh, you blew your budget? Oh, Josh is amazing. He is, he got a new car. Real proud of him. Y'all trying to make me cry all the time. Don't make me cry. I'm so happy for Josh. He's a young man. Look up Admire Ware if you don't know him. He's just a sweet young man. So we've got the Gerard Cosmetics on. This Cody is not playing with you. It's a bit wider than I want it to be. But man, the finish is not playing with you. Get the translucent that don't get extra coverage. I'm not even going to use any e.l.f. finishing powder on this. I'm going to bronze it up a little bit. We're going to use we're going to use the heavier bronzer today, or the darker. My darkest bronzer that I have is Morphe Bronze Show. Brenda says, y'all. Oh, thank you, Wanda. I got cleaned up in the background. Brenda, y'all, I'm going to read a message from someone here for everyone to hear. She says, I just love you. I'm a burn victim myself. You're a survivor. And it took me a long time to go in public. I still don't know what. It's hard to go in public. Let's do a story time about, not about what happened to me, but about the other day. Friday night, I told y'all I wanted to film a video, right? After the show. This is, or Thursday, I don't know what day, Thursday. Morphe Bronze Show. Hey, Netta. I was messaging with Netta earlier. So I'm using a bronzer brush, and you see where the color's coming back now? This is going to be okay. We're going to leave the lightness. You don't want a ton of powder, but I am putting a good amount on here. And this is how you bring some color back in. I'm going to put a wig on later. I'll put a wig on before we're done. This scar is where my face was reattached. This whole thing right here, thank you, Incredible, that white scar is where they put my face back. Like the whole thing got replaced. All right. So we got a lot of clear right here. This lid looks so bright and beautiful. I'm excited about that because we can blend up into it and have a beautiful white under the brow. Before I do a smoky eye, I'm definitely going to define my brow. Oh, I'm going to tell you a story. Hold on. I haven't forgotten. I just got to get to a point where I can talk about it and focus on it. It's hard. So story time. I went out, and it was the first time really that I've just, I recently went to CVS and went in to pick up stuff. And saw makeup, and it was really exciting. But it was the first time I'd really just been out walking into a store by myself the whole time, right? Well, the other night I was going to go to the framing place that I got a Groupon for, but they closed early. It said 6 o'clock. They were already gone. And I was like, man, I guess I'll come back tomorrow since I have the Groupon. But I thought, man, the way my time is, it would just be, why don't I just save that Groupon for another thing to get framed and just go ahead and go to the like Hobby Lobby, right? So Hobby Lobby is big. I was going to go to Michael's, but I ended up, look at me, that's a hot mess. But I ended up at Hobby Lobby because I just happened to drive by it. It was new. It didn't used to be there. At the time I got burned, it didn't even exist. So I went there. And everything was going fine. I took my painting in. I'm talking to the guy, and he's helping me, get the frame and talk about matting and all these things. So we're doing that, and the painting that I'm framing is a painting of me that was in an art exhibit recently. It's in the New Icons art exhibit by Grace Athena Flott, and it's a painting of me just standing with the sheet on, and you can see all my scars is the point. You can see everything. And I've got makeup on, and I call it Statue of Liberation because I'm wearing like this really cool kind of African inspired crown and gold. And I just love it. So you need to know that because the people start looking at it. The people behind me are like, oh, that's cool. And they're like looking at it. And I was like, oh, thank you. And I would tell them, Grace Athena Flott, check her out. And they were like, well, what is this? And I was like, well, it's me. And the guy looks up. He wasn't really looking at me, right? And he looks up and he's like, I'm like, it's me. And he's like, oh, it's you. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, Grace is a survivor. And she painted a whole bunch of survivors, all survivors in this art exhibit. And he was like, what kind of survivors? I was like, burn survivors, right? I mean, he's looking horrified, right? He's like, oh, he's looking perplexed, horrified. And he's not being rude. He's not being rude, but he's looking shocked. And, well, I mean, he's being rude by asking, but he's really, really moved. He's really shocked. He's got that fear that we all get when we see a facial difference, that apprehension. And oh, hey Max Griffin, hold on. Thank you. No friend request. Lovely to meet you. All right. I've got to think about what I'm going to do while I finish talking. I'm going to do my brows after I blend out this bronzer that I just put on with my big face brush, just lightly. I'm going to do my nose. I'm sorry to be so indecisive. It's hard when you're doing makeup and telling a story. I'm going to do my nose while we talk. So I'm like, a burn survivor. And he's like, oh, what? You're a burn survivor? And I was like, when I said burn survivor, he's like, burn survivor? And he says, what happened to you? And I was like, I just wanted to melt into the ground. It's just like, I just want to run. But he's like, what happened to you? And he's really just compelled. I mean, he's just like, he's all about it. He's just into it. How did this happen? What happened to you? And that's the reaction we have. It's a human reaction, but the reason it's a human reaction is because we're not accustomed to seeing people like me because of what Brenda just said. Like, it's hard for us to go out in public. This bronzer is going to be a really easy thing to transition to for the top of this smoky eye. I would put it here regardless of shadow, but it's extra special easy. It can even be a part of the smoky eye because we're going to do it like 2 colors in and out easy, right? So yeah, I was really like, man, it was like, what happened? I really felt, I just wanted to, I got through it, but I was there alone and it does not encourage me to go out by myself. That's the thing that I'm struggling with right now. I mainly just go to the park, and I mainly just go to the park with Grady, and the people there know me. And, because I'm the lady that walks in full hair and makeup at the dog park every day with the 130-pound brown dog, So they know me and they're not shocked, but this guy was completely shocked. And it made me feel all kinds of ways I can't even explain to you. When I came home, I didn't really do anything else. I needed to record and do stuff, and I just didn't. I just needed to take a deep breath. Oh, I did answer him. I did answer him. I said I just got burned sitting right on that backyard. You never know when your life might change, is what I said to him. You never know when your life might change. You don't get warning for that, and it happens in an instant. Y'all over here, let's get to 500,000 likes. Let's get to 300,000 on TikTok. And y'all, please, if you're in the room, please like and follow. Thank everyone. Please like and share 5 times and help spread the community because I want people to not be so shocked when they see someone like me. No habla español. ¿Qué? Right? I said to him, yeah, I got burned, but, out on the patio, I don't even know what to do. Sometimes my answer might be, yeah, please introduce yourself and relive a trauma for me. and then I'll tell you about the worst day I've ever lived so far to satisfy your curiosity. Let me relive that trauma and hold on, let me take an Ativan and talk to you. But people don't see it that way. And I know why. Because there's not enough representation in Hollywood, in social media, in anything. So I appreciate everyone who's watching and sharing and making it so that we can see that there's people. I mean, that's the whole power of social media, is that we can see people all around the world with differences. I saw somebody the other day say, "Oh my gosh, why are all these people dying all of a sudden?" No, I'm sorry. I'm trying to. It's like, well, that's been happening for a long time. And it's like, that's been happening a long time. It's not new. The difference is we are so connected to the world and we hear everything. It's not just what you catch on the news channel, it's what you catch on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. So we have this flood of information, obviously, that we can get, but we're not seeing burn survivors as much because it's very hard to be say thank you. It's very hard to go out in public and people really feel like they can ask you questions because they've never seen anything like it. And they don't even stop to think, okay, wait, this was this can't have been a good day for this woman or person, right? This was not a good experience, obviously. And it's not my business at all what happened, It's not my business at all. Now, another story time, I went to the pulmonologist the other day. Oh, wow, I bet they do. Wait a minute. Somebody just said, I'm a paramedic. People always ask me what my worst call ever was. Yep, you understand? And you know what? The worst call you ever had was traumatic for you as a paramedic. That's what they're missing, too. It's not something where you're like, oh, yeah, I remember that time. My cousin Travis is a paramedic. He's like my brother. I talk about him all the time. My grandma raised him too. Well, kind of. He would come to grandma's house every day after school. He's 10 years younger than me. So we're like brother and sister. And he's a paramedic. And, just the other day, we were talking about something and he was telling, it was just something like that happened a while back. And he said, and her name was whatever, right? And her name was, and we both stopped, and it was a long time ago. And he's like, yeah, we remember that stuff. Love y'all paramedics. Paramedic is the last person I remember before I went into the coma. I remember what he was doing. I asked him if I was going to die, and he said no. And I asked him if he would say that even if he thought I was, and he said yes. And he never skipped a beat. I don't remember anything else except hearing push fentanyl at some point. Just stuff going black and fentanyl. And I don't know what order it was all in, but I remember him. I remember his face. I remember his voice. And so anytime you experience something like this as traumatic, whether it happens to you or whether you are the first responder, that's a really good point. I guarantee you the guy that helped me that night that told me I wasn't going to die still remembers that night 5 years ago. I know he does because we're in a small town Alpharetta, and he's not often going to see somebody burned the way I was standing up talking, So I know he remembers. But people have this reaction because in Hollywood, we're only shown, yeah, right, Wanda? People feel entitled to know. They feel like yeah, like if somebody wants to tell you, we'll tell you. I'll say, oh, hey, this happened, right? People will. But don't ask. Because what if somebody came up to you and said, can you please tell me about the worst day you ever had? Can you tell me about the day the person you love most passed away so far? Can you tell me about the day I don't know, right? Whatever. Can you please tell me about the worst day you've ever had? That would be tough, right? Right? Yeah, I mean, that's a big deal. Tell me about the worst day you've ever had. Oof. You can feel that, right? I just did my brows with some Anastasia brow powder, Anastasia Beverly Hills. Again, follow my LTK. Um, Anastasia Beverly Hills. I used the chocolate brown color. I did my brows because I want to see everything and do a really simple eye right here. I'm going to try to do 2 colors, maybe 3. I'm going to do a little bit of a very light color on my lid because it's going to make the blend a lot easier and it'll make it a lot easier for you too. Yeah, y'all imagine? I mean, it'll make you want to start crying. I got out of there. I finished my business. And I finished my business that day. And this was Thursday. I finished my business and I left. And I was going to look around the store and I didn't want to. I just left. It's just like, I got to go. There's too much, And I'm trying to do this thing where I'm going out in public by myself. I didn't even have Grady with me because I was at the, Hobby Lobby. I took him to the park and then I brought him home. And then I ran back out by myself. He was happy, but I took him out first. Well, I didn't take him at first. At first, I tried to go to the place that was closing at 6. And then I came back and got Grady, took him to the park, and then I went to Hobby Lobby. So I was pretty proud. I was driving my car on a road that I haven't been on in 5 years. And I think I texted Mitzi and said, wow, I'm driving down a road. I haven't seen it ever. Okay, this is you don't have to justify your existence. That was the lightest color in the Danessa Myricks Defining Neutrals palette. This is an all-over face palette that I tag on the LTK. You get it at Sephora, I believe, or directly from Danessa Myricks Beauty. And I'm using the lightest color, kind of like a base, instead of using just the translucent powder, because you want it to be bright up here. And this little bit of powder is going to make the rest of the powder blend. What I'm trying to decide, I was going to use this hard candy pencil, but I don't think I am. I think I'm just going to go ahead and with this. We're going to start with black because this is Smokey Eye. I'm going to put some on we'll talk some more in a minute. I'm going to put it right here. Hope this works. I've not used this before. You want to lay Smokey Eye. What is a Smokey Eye? It's just like smoke. It's dark at the bottom, and then it's rising up. We're going to put it on and blend it. And we're going to do one at a time, as a matter of fact. We're going to do one eye at a time. So if you're doing a smoky eye, define where the smoke is coming from, right? Because it's thin at the top, but where does it come from? Well, it comes from the lash line. I don't have any lashes, but that's where it comes from. Now I'm going to get a blending brush. I put that on pretty heavy. Kids are angels. Somebody just asked before I finished talking what reaction I usually get from kids, and kids usually stare at me. They look pretty skeptical at first. Let's see if I can get this to blend the way I think it will. Hold on, give me a minute to get into my thought process. I'm using a small blender. We're going to put brown shadow on top of this. So we're going to blend. There we go. You got to be patient. And this is why we used the powder underneath, because the blend is not that easy, okay? If you're just starting, it's not that easy, but this makes it easier. So kids, usually stare at me, and they look pretty skeptical at first. And by that, I mean they they are taught that scars and things are a monster, right? Like they're taught, Scar in The Lion King is the bad guy. Anytime you see a scar or a burn, it's a villain because that's what we're all taught from Hollywood and such. So thank you, KL and Angie. So when the little kids see me, they always look so skeptical. They're not scared, they're not screaming and running, but they're always kind of quiet. They always get the same look. They're kind of quiet. Hey, Krista, they're always kind of quiet. And they just kind of go, like, they're always kind of staring, kind of stopping what they're doing. They don't know. They don't understand. They don't know what to make of it, right? Blend this out as much as you can. We're going to come back with some brown shadow. I'm hoping, listen, y'all, in my mind, we're going to use this black shadow and then a brown on top, and that's going to be it. That's the plan. We're going to see what happens. I'm going to try not to use any more. Right here is important. I've got a hooded eye, okay? If you don't pick this up, you're not going to see it. And you got to come, if you got a hooded eye, you got to come above it with the first color. The darker color has to get above the hood, or you're not going to see this. You're not going to see the smoky eye at all. You're not going to see the blend. So be sure to get above it. No matter how hooded it is, you can do it. And then blend. Thank you, Sylvie. So yeah, they always stare. And what I do when it's a kid is I'll just say, hello, hey, how are you? When I see them staring, because they're always trying to figure it out. You can see like the little wheels turning in their eyes, you can see what's going on. Like, wait a minute, every time I've ever seen somebody like her, it's been a bad guy, right? You can see it. You can see it. And as soon as I say, hey, how are you? Smiles, smiles, smiles. All the time. I've never seen a kid that wasn't just delighted when I say hello. Because I mean, what is she going to say? They're looking like, what's going to happen? Is she nice? What's she going to say? What's going to happen? And you smile, hey, how are you? Mm. They are always happy. They almost seemed relieved. They seem assured, like reassured that like they've just learned that because somebody looks a certain way doesn't mean they're a monster. It's amazing. No, it's amazing the way it works. And, they never ask. A kid is never going to ask you what happened. Only an adult. A kid is never going to say, what happened to your face? Not one has ever asked me what happened. Not one. Only adults have asked. And it really is hard, I mean, see what happens if you don't pick that up? You're going to have like a break in there. Now, you can't put too much. I might have just put too much black there because I really am doing a brown smoky eye, but whatever smoky eye you're doing starts with black underneath. And today, normally I would use a black kohl liner or the black eyeshadow marker by Hard Candy. Lights out, you just put it on and blend it. But I wanted to see if I could do this all out of the Danessa Myricks Defining Neutrals palette, which is this. Because this, you're supposed to be able to do your cheek, your eye, your lip, your contour, everything out of this palette. It's not an eyeshadow palette, it's a face palette. So I don't think I'm going to do anything more than my eyes with it because I want to wear a red lip today. Brown smoky eye and a red lip is so glamorous. So pretty, chef's kiss. You see what's happening? You see how the smoke is happening? You see how the blend is going? Putting down a little bit of that light putting a little bit of powder on that lid is helping blend that up. You can just really go across your lash line with some kohl or shadow like I'm using. But the blend is super important. We're going to see what happens when we put some brown on top of it. I know I'm almost inspired at this point to do the black smoky eye, but that was not the plan. To do the black smoky eye, we'd have to put more black and a little brown, but that was not the plan. We'll do that next time. Because I do have to film something tonight, and I don't want to look like Christina Aguilera. Sorry. Just entertain myself sometimes. Oh, kids are great, but I was discouraged. I texted Mitzi about it. I was discouraged about, I just wanted to melt into the ground. I just wanted to talk to somebody, really. I just wanted to talk to somebody. Say, this happened, this happened. Because you think like you're going to go out and, okay, nobody's going to ask. It's just it's just my imagination. Nobody's going to ask, right? Thank you, Sylvie. But yeah, he really did ask. It was like, so you got to be strong. And I think that as long as we keep showing our faces, and if Hollywood would change a little bit, because they're consistently showing us as something to pity or fear in the movies. Pity or fear. Keisha, wait a minute. I grew up with a kid who was burned 95% of his body and didn't find out how until I was in my 20s. I felt guilty as if I didn't care enough to ask. I told him I never asked because I never thought to. Exactly. I think that's beautiful because you know him, right? It's not rude to not ask. It's respectful to not ask because it says that you're looking at them as something more than their burns, You're just like, oh, well, you're just my friend. So that's a good thing. Or, oh, that's, Burn Beauty. We know she's a burn survivor. She has it in her name. We know that. And she does makeup. That's goal, And everybody will know my story. I'm kind of in a different place, but it just feels it puts you off a lot when you feel like you have to explain. Yeah, exactly, Jennifer. I can talk to y'all about anything. You're right. Now look, I did my smoky eye. You can do your smoky eye where it kind of rounds up, or you can pull it out a little bit wider like a cat eye. I pull mine out because mine is very round. Yeah, it says you accept them just as they are when you don't ask questions, Keisha. It says that doesn't matter. Like you wouldn't ask anybody else. Like, hey, I always say, why do you have freckles? Why is your nose crooked? Why, why do you have that spot on your face? We don't do that. But again, we're not shown that it's something to be terrified of. Think of all the villains you know, right? Exactly, Keisha. You were respecting your friend. Think of all the people you know. You talk to a therapist. Anybody not feeling good? Talk to a therapist. It's just a lot, think of all the villains. Two-Faced. Jason. Why is he wearing a mask? Because he's burned. Michael Myers. Why is he wearing a mask? Because he's burned. Darth Vader. Why is he wearing a mask? Because he's burned. Ooh, there's a pattern. Right? There's a pattern. Why is he wearing a mask? Because he's burned, and that's the worst thing you can be. Is it harmless? Not really. It's not really harmless to depict people that way or to define something that way. Oh yeah, I still eat ice chips. I have an ice chip machine that Nicole gave me. Nicole Limo. Let's see if this powder is heavy enough. I'm going into the pomade a little bit. Actually, I should probably go into the powder. Going into the dark brown. I don't know what color this is. Harvest. Vanessa Myricks Defining Neutrals palette. I'm going to try to add some brown to this smoke. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to get a different palette, but the goal is a brown smoky eye. And I might have to change shadows here. I'm not sure. We're going to blend it more in a minute. It's all about the blend. Yeah, we're going to change it. I like my Danessa Myricks palette, but I don't think it's going to work for what I want right now. I need a lot more brownness. Hooded eyes, just go above the hood. If you're doing your shadow and you got a hooded eye, go above the hood. Make sure your first color, your crease color, comes above your hood and you'll be dandy. I didn't have hooded eyes until after. But yeah, so it's kind of a lazy character development that happens in Hollywood. So it's like, instead of defining why this person is a bad guy, we'll put a scar on him or burn his face, and then as soon as you see that person walk into the camera frame, you know that's a villain, right? You know that's a villain because that person just walked in and he's burned. So it's a very lazy character development, and it's the whole reason why we have, why people are so, you know, we get shown nothing but negativity from anyone who's a burn survivor, or Scar in The Lion King, right? Scar is the bad guy. Why is he the bad guy? Why does he have a scar? What does that have to do? I mean, why does he have a scar, and why is his name Scar? Why does that make him the bad guy? He's already like a psychopath on his own right. So why does he need a scar to define that? Because that's the way we define it. So even the little kids are being taught that, scars and burns are bad. Scars and burns are bad. Scars and burns are bad. And adults look at it, and even if we're not taught that it's bad, we got to do some heavy, heavy blending here. We'll do some more stuff in a minute. I need a heavy, heavy blending. So, yeah, right? You think about it. They're showing us that. And if it's not a villain, then they're showing us somebody you should pity. People get shocked when they see me doing makeup, or not just me. There's a lot of us doing makeup, right? But when they see it, they're getting all shocked because I'm just sitting here living my life. And anymore, I don't always tell my story. Some days I do, some I don't. But, story time is penned. I don't think that I have to tell my story to convey the message that I want to convey, which is living your best life, regardless of circumstance. And that pomade is heavier than I wanted. I would have been better. So with the Myricks defining neutrals, I would have been better off with a kohl than with that pomade. It's heavy. So we're going to be blending in a minute. And I'm actually pressing a little bit harder than I normally would, because that pomade is not kidding. And I did one eye at a time because it was pomade. And if you're doing a kohl, the same. Don't let it set on one eye and then come back and blend it. Go ahead and blend it out. Right now, I've got to get the brown on here. If you get too high, angle your brush down as you're blending, because you don't want to push it too high. You can clean this back up in a minute. I'm looking in my mirror to do this. You can clean the top back up. Don't go too high though. We're going to bring in a light color, but at least we have tested the Danessa Myricks defining neutral smoky eye. Should have just started with a brown instead of the black. Now, I'm not bothered by it. It's still pretty. It's still going to be pretty, but I kind of wanted a lighter smoky eye. I don't know how to describe it. I wanted it to be lighter. You can blend into a little circle and then back and forth. I always like to, when I don't want it to go any higher, I like to go back and forth with the side of the brush. And again, it's getting a little high up here. You want this to stay bright in the smoky eye, but you can come back with a light color if you need to. Like right now, I need to, because I'm in a much deep, darker brown, black smoky eye than I want it to be. I guess we'll just do the Christina Aguilera. Y'all know me. If it's not working out as planned, I will switch it. I actually think I'm going to darken it up and do the black smoky eye. I'm going to be walking around like Christina Aguilera at the dog park and recording content. So if you know me, if you don't ever watch me do makeup, I always end up way more dramatic than I planned. I'm like, I'm just going to do an everyday, clean girl, aesthetic, smoky eye. And then I'm Christina Aguilera headed to the VMAs, headed to the dog park. Sometimes the glam is in you. You can't get it out. So because this black looks so black to me, that pomade, this is 100% a black smoky eye at this point. And we're going to commit to it. So I'm going to go kind of in here. I like to go down. Just kind of go back and forth. You're really trying to blend it out. It blends. Now the palette is blending really pretty easily. The pomade is blending easily. I like that. But the colors are not blending together, if that makes sense. The colors are not blending together. I don't always wear makeup. We're going to go black. What's that? Somebody sing me a Christina Aguilera song. All right. So I was going to try, I tried very hard to do a 2-color smoky eye for y'all. It didn't happen. I'm in the e.l.f. palette right now. Taking a lighter color that I'm going to blend into. I'm in the e.l.f. New Classics palette. I'm going to show you how you finish this. Right here, we're going above the crease because I have a hooded eye. So I don't want to be down here or you're not ever going to see it. Okay? You're not going to see it. I don't have a heavily hooded eye, but it is hooded. Right? It is hooded and it wasn't before. My eyelids are made out of my stomach. Just some skin from my stomach. They replaced my entire face, right? So it's really cool that these look like eyelids, but they are hooded and they weren't before, which is kind of interesting because you would think that the anatomy underneath would be like different, but it's not. Let's see what the Noir looks like. I'm not sure this is as black as I think it is. Noir, New Classics by e.l.f. We're doing a black smoky eye. Psych on the brown. You know what's funny? I was thinking about doing a black smoky eye, and I was like, no, that's too dramatic. And it's not like a beginner smoky. Got a little bit of fallout that we'll clean up. I was like, nah, let's not do that. And now here I am. Once again. Oh yeah, I've got some clothes. My hip is feeling better. Been feeling better a while. We're going to get back into doing a fashion look at the end too, at least sometimes, with my Kirby scent stuff. Honestly, I just haven't been feeling good. I've been feeling tired. And just like all I can wrap my head around is just, kind of like, what do they call it? My grandma would call it going through the motions. That means like getting it done. Somebody sing me a Christina Aguilera song. So, let's see. What time is it? 5:06. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Everybody watching over there. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Kristen Edwards. I love y'all. If y'all are watching, I can't always see well, especially when I'm playing with my makeup, which is my favorite thing to do. Play with my makeup. I'm a genie in a bottle. Thank you. I'll love you the right way. I can't sing. Y'all can hear it. In the bottle. Woo. We need some brown. She had a very dark black smoky eye that faded into Y'all remember it? That faded into a mid-tone warm brown. I can picture it. Mine is shaped differently. I remember hers being more round. A genie in a bottle, love you the right way. Do you wanna be with me? Oh, we're gonna put on some killer lashes. This is cheering me up, even though I wasn't planning on being all this dramatic. Where does the smoke start? It starts down here. We're gonna have to line that. Make sure that it stays very, very dark. Down at the lash line, I'm not gonna add any more. Anymore. I'm not gonna add any more eyeshadow. We'll do it with liner. We'll just drag across there. Very smoky. It doesn't need to be defined at all. But it's got to be dark. At your lash line, it's got to be dark or it's not a smoky eye. It's got to be dark. I'm going to the park. Anybody wondering? I'm taking my dog to the park. I am going to record some content tonight. Let me look at all the fallout here. I am Burn Beauty 2018. If you're just coming in, don't be afraid just to grab a sponge and get it done. No, the world will not end if you just use your fingers or a sponge or something. Clean it up. Keep it clean. Who's that? Who somebody says that? No, keep it sharp. That's Michaela. We'll clean here. If you wanna be with me. Oh yeah, face replaced twice, Jay Jr. I am Burn Beauty 2018, and I'm a 5-year burn survivor doing some makeup. Storytime is pinned. I am in Alpharetta, Georgia. Kristen, my eyebrows are glued on. They are eyebrow wigs. They are called lashy brows. I don't sell them or tag them. If you look up eyebrow wigs, you'll find them. They're human hair. Lots of places make them. They are glued. I don't have any hair on my face except wild ones because all this hair is from my lower body. Blend down, y'all. Blend down if you need to. When you change the angle of your brush, when you change the way you're blending, you can blend up to push it up, or you can blend down to keep from getting too high. You still got to get the blend done, or you can blend sideways. Not touching too hard. Not touching too hard. So anyway, I'm in Alpharetta, Georgia, which is just north of Atlanta. Please tell me where you are. Thank you, Colette. Tell me where you are. Thanks for joining the team. Y'all are almost to the 300,000 likes. Tell me where you are. Thank you, Crystal Ray. Renata is in New Jersey. Thick Madam Canvas. Charleston, West Virginia. Jay's in Australia. Gwinnett County, what's up? Liverpool, UK, Texas, the Netherlands, upstate New York. Minnesota, Colorado, South Africa, Maine, Oklahoma, Allen, South Carolina, Texas, something, Michigan, UK, Georgia, South Dakota, New Zealand, Temple, Texas, Connecticut, Alabama, Charlotte, North Carolina, Arkansas, North Carolina, Indiana, Cherokee Village, Arkansas, North Carolina, Ohio, Minneapolis, Oregon, Jamaica, Philadelphia, Trinidad, Salem, Oregon, Indiana, hey, Gauteng, I don't know where that, Florida, Maryland, Virginia for lovers, Detroit, Tennessee, Baltimore, South Carolina, and I love you too. Baltimore, Maryland, California, Colorado, Pennsylvania, Roma, Netherlands, Baltimore, Glasgow, Scotland, South Africa. Y'all are all over. Canada, Oklahoma, Montana, New York, hello, Texas, New Jersey, Bangladesh, Charlotte. Hey, Charlotte, I'm from Winston-Salem originally. Arizona, you guys rock. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for all the gifts and stuff that, the gifts is how we, is amazing. But the likes, man, the likes are super important. Thank you, New Zealand, Kentucky, Oregon. Jaden. Jaden. Where are you, Jaden? I don't often say names unless you're a subscriber, because I can't say everybody's name. um, I'm just north of, thank you, Sherry, because I'm north of Atlanta. I'm in Johns Creek, Alpharetta. Yeah, the world is watching. And you know, the reason we do that check in, we've been doing it since the beginning because there's so many trolls and there's so much backlash and there's so much hate. You know, I do stuff that I think helps people. I'm not Indiana. Y'all keep going. I stopped reading because I got to finish my makeup, but y'all can keep talking to each other. So I think I'm just spreading positivity, right? But there's so much hate. So many, I mean, sometimes it's just pure hate. Sometimes it's just kids. Sometimes it's a bot. Always it's ignorance. And sometimes it's just pure hateful. And it's easy for negativity and ugliness to spread around the world, but it is not easy to spread positivity. So when y'all are liking and sharing, it's not for nothing. You're really getting something done. You're reaching around the world. That's super important, you know, super important. So after y'all click and reach and watch for a couple of hours, I like to see how far we have reached because it's important. We got to change the way people see it all over. You know, Hollywood, you know, I talk about Hollywood a lot because of the way we're portrayed with differences, you know, but, you know, like in England, the British Screenwriters Guild is not allowed to portray a villain just solely with a facial difference at all. Not allowed. It's a no. I'm going to take some of this light color and come back up here. I've got a flat brush. And come back up here to make sure it stays light. A clean flat brush right there. I'm just using the lightest color in this e.l.f. palette. You don't have to do that, but it's a good way. It's a good way out when you've gone up higher than you wanted, because I really wanted this to stop like way down there. So when you've gotten up way higher than you want, just lighten it up so you don't get that. But I definitely want the cat eye look just for my face. I prefer it to be cat-eyed as opposed to rounded. It widens the eye. Like my face is so round, it don't need anything else around. Nothing. I'm using the white color. Bringing that down, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. That's like easy smoky eye, and then I make it like 10 different colors instead of 2. Tapping is clapping. I love this look too. And we're gonna, now, I don't like to go under my lid, but I don't have a choice. The Renata, my bare naked under eye is not going to work out with the smoky eye. But I'm going to come with the brown color and not the black and see what happens. The brown color that's up here. First the dark. Nothing sticks under my eye. It just doesn't stick. That redness is the inside of my eye. So the British screenwriters, look how red it is. I'm like blood red under there today. I got to do something. Got to put some concealer or something. That's not going to work. That is not going to work at all. I'm not going to be able to put a white liner or anything on that. And this color, this black, will make your hazel eyes or brown eyes look really pretty, but not with this red. So we got to do something here. I have to get a little Q-tip. I guess I didn't take as much time doing my under eye concealer, and it's making a difference. The world is watching. We got to get it done. I got to make content. I got to make content. Thank you, Christina. I got to create content. I need to look slayed. Maybe less makeup. Maybe more class. I do get testy. I'm not A martyr. I do get testy. Hmm. Oh, thank you, Jay Jr. I think that they look really nice with black, and y'all are going to see. We're going to go really heavy at the lid because it's not smoky until it's super dark at your lashes and rising up. It's not as smoky as I'd like it to be anyway. I'm using a pointy Q-tip and this Maybelline um, Instant Age Rewind concealer. I'm going to see if it sets, what I can do with it. I can't put lower lashes on because of this. This redness is actually the inside of my eye, and it hurts. Oh my gosh. I used to wear them in the beginning, but they tightened up. My grafts got tighter. And so even though I wore false lowers in the very beginning, over the years, it's gotten really tight and pulled it out so that it's actually painful for like, it's not painful to touch it, but it's painful for glue to be on it. I want lower lashes so much. If there's anything I could have, it'd be lower lashes. Oh, and nostrils. Oh, by the way, nostrils and lower lashes. But we all have that, you know? We all have something we would like, you know? Ah, didn't even stick to the redness. Thank y'all, everybody who hung out over here, and Krista and stuff. We got to get more moderators. Y'all, if you can share the live, we got to get to where we have thousands of people on YouTube like we do over here on the TikTok. But I haven't, and Facebook too, but, you know, I haven't put in the work to build a live streaming presence. So that's what we're doing. Ooh, should I just leave that glob? I think I'm going to leave it and see what happens. Oh, thank you. If you wanna be with me. Dun, dun, dun. Now, what's going on with this eye? It needs a lot of light in this inner corner. It's not as smoky as I'd like it to be. I think that pomade, I don't know. I like my Danessa Myricks palette, but I didn't enjoy that much. But I'm here just to test. Hey, Julian. The trolls, we take them right out. Just mute them. The trolls, it's like, I don't know if they're real or they're not, you know, because if they're real, I think, you know, they need to just go on away. They need to learn better. They count on people just letting, just like ignoring them. I don't know if they're real or not, if they're kids, if they're whatever, but actions have consequences. That's what's missing right now. Actions have consequences, little ones. Little one, thank you for the gifts, everybody. I know I can't see very well. I've been thinking real hard about this eye. I've got to get some stuff underneath it. Let's just work on my blush or something because I'm trying to get rid of the redness. I don't want to do anything around here. I want to put some light in here to brighten it up and then darken it down. Thank you, Great Wigs. Darken it down at the lash line and just put on a thick lash and call it a day. My people can't talk on my live. Oh, they're muted. They're muted. I be letting them talk. I be letting them run around here acting up. Get you some good moderators like I have, and you'll be fine. I'm going to leave that glob right there. I'm finna leave that glob right there until it thickens up. And then I think I'm going to be able to do, actually, you know what? I think I can do my top lid because I need to get that done so that I can get a lash on. And I need it to be super duper duper dark right here. And I am going to go back to Miss Myricks because that pomade was so intense that it would make a lovely liner. Thank you. I forgot. I've only used this palette a couple of times. I would recommend using only the powder for the smoky eye. Don't get into the pomade is kind of like a kohl, but not really. I love the palette though. You could travel with this and be done. I ordered the colorful one. She made one that has pinks. I think it's, what is it called? Florals or whatever it is. She did a new pink one. Danessa did. I can't remember what it's called, but I ordered it. No, maybe I didn't. Did I order it? Mitzi, did I order it? I feel like no. I feel like I ordered it when I ordered some new, yeah, Tightline for sure. When I feel like I ordered some more. Thank you, Divinity. I might when I ordered some more Patrick Ta blush. I've got my Patrick Ta blush. I'm gonna use it again today, but I meant to clean. Yeah, but I meant to get She's Giving, which is this bright pink, kind of like my nails. And I ordered She's a Doll, which is real pretty, but it's not like, I love that dramatic bubblegum pink kind of blush. Just anything real bubblegum pinky just makes me happy. So I'm taking the Danessa Myricks. You see what's happening? We're darkening it down here. I don't have lashes, so I can't really tight line, but y'all know what I'm doing. You would be getting all up underneath your lashes right now. Even in between them helps when you're doing a smoky eye. If you can go in between your lashes, underneath them, on top of them. I'm not making a perfect line. It doesn't need to be perfect. It's smoky, right? But it is important to fill in around your lashes and define where the smoke comes from. It comes from right here. You got to tell us where the smoke came from. See how, look, uh, uh, smoky, not smoky. Smoky, black. Smoky, just black. There's a difference. So tell them where the smoke came from. Define it. Let us know where it came from. I don't know how I feel. I was kind of thinking of going to Target the other night because the Hobby Lobby, yeah, we want all the smoke. A Hobby Lobby is right beside the Target. And look how I say the Target is right beside Target. And I was thinking, man, I haven't been to Target in 5 years. And let me go to Target. But after that guy asked, I just came home. So again, I'm in the Danessa Myricks palette. I'm taking the black, which is called something tourmaline, and using the pomade. That's my only liner. Girl, my hairdresser keeps asking when I'm going to come get that pixie cut. I can't even take time to go to the hairdresser, you know? Like when I have a day off, I have meetings. Y'all know I have meetings, webinars. I'm trying to build I want to be a burn survivor, middle-aged burn survivor, beauty mogul. It's the only way I can describe it. I have goals. I need to take some time, get my hair done. Right now, I'm just learning how to wrap it up so I don't have to wear a wig. I'm learning how to do wraps. So, because there's nothing prettier than a beautiful face of makeup and a wrapped head. Look, do you see how it went from just being black to being smoky because we're deepening it? Don't need any other liner today. This is my big, deep, dark smoky liner. And this is what defines where the smoke came from. Oh, I love playing with makeup. This reminds me of when I was younger. And I just used to sit and I would look at, we didn't have videos. Doesn't that sound crazy? I'm so old, we didn't have videos. I just had to look at stuff in the magazines. And I would look at it in the magazine. Okay, it needs a little blend. We're out. I would look at stuff in the magazines. And then, yeah. And I would then just try to duplicate it, just looking at a picture. And, I still do that if I see a look that I like. I just take a screenshot. I don't save the video. I just take a picture of the look. that I want to do. Very lightly. Very lightly, I'm going over that last layer. Big fluffy. Over that last layer that deepened it right down here. And like Divinity said, tightline it. And even more than tightline, I want you to go between your lashes. Really, really tightline it. Between your lashes, everything. No hint or peep of anything other than darkness. Other than the beginning of the smoke. The right way that you wanna be. Y'all like it? Now we got to do something with my. I don't think I need any more liner. I'm tempted. I might do it. I think it's going to happen. I think I'm about to take out a super black liner, but I'm undecided. I think it's about to go down. Watch your blend. See right here? Let it blend up. Because I'm blending that out, I think I'm going to add a super black liner because I like the way this looks right now. More blended, then we got to clean it up. Do the under eye, which I can do once we get the thing. Dinner and dancing. Who's gonna take me dancing? Grady. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take Grady to the park. I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna sit down back in this room and I'm gonna record some content that I have to submit for Face Equality Week. Making a piece. Y'all will see. For Face Equality International, I'm an ambassador. I'm doing some cool stuff. Actually, I need to make a few pieces now that I mention it. I was thinking I just needed to do one, but I actually need to do several. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work, and then I'm going to post my look for y'all to shop. If you're interested in the products or look at, y'all follow me even if you don't shop. Because, look what I did. You follow me even if you don't shop because if you ever want to know something, that's how you know. Because, you know, I can put it here. All of you on TikTok, you can put everything on here and you're not going to get shown that video. I promise you it's not going to happen. So you got to be following on those shopping platforms or where I'm putting the look, because I used to do it and then at the end of the night, like put up a video and go, okay, the look is available on my shop, but like 10 people would get shown it. And I was like, wait, what's going on? And then I was like, I see. We're not going to tell them about it. So if you follow me there every time, another story time. Last week, LTK featured me on their page, and they have like 4 million followers on Instagram, and they they featured me there. Thank you all. Thank you, everybody's here. I am sweating like a you know what in church. Lord have mercy. I'm sweating like a you know what in church. And it's hot in Georgia, and it's only April. So anyway, LTK featured me on their 4 million follower Instagram page. And I grew on my LTK by like 50 followers. Now that sounds like nothing. I have like under 300 followers there, and that's an amazing accomplishment. This is like people follow you because they want to shop your looks. They don't follow for entertainment. They don't want to chat with you, only because they want to see what you have to say about stuff. And I thought that was amazing. I'm so excited about it. I mean, just these little things, these little accomplishments, pat yourself on the back because they're not so little, you know? They're not so little. It's fantastic to be featured there and stuff. It's just fantastic. Anybody coming in, welcome. I'm Burn Beauty 2018. Please like, share, comment. Everything you do on every platform helps tapping and clapping, helps feed the algorithms. And I stand up for diversity and beauty. In my case, it's a little bit more extreme level of diversity. But what I mean by it overall is we're all different. There's no beauty standard, you know? Even when they show us the people that are supposed to be the most beautiful in the world, none of them look alike. So I don't know how we can ever live up to those standards and those photoshops and those filters and things. So that's what I stand up for. Because even before I was burned, I felt self-conscious. You know, I never thought I was good enough, ever. And I was the pretty girl. Everybody thought I was pretty, but I didn't think I was so hot, you know? It was like, bonsoir. Bonsoir. Mm. My favorite place is Chamonix. My current favorite place on earth is Chamonix in Haute Savoy. Oh, y'all send me some hearts. That'd be great. Denise, I don't even know how it works on YouTube, and I really want to build this platform. I really want to make tutorials for people who, you know, might not otherwise want to watch, because sometimes it's hard to watch. I'm not hating on anybody, but sometimes it's hard to watch when you're feeling self-conscious, you know, and you're thinking, well, I'm never going to look like that. And trust and believe, they don't look like that either. They don't look like that either. Skin has texture. And I don't even look like this because I've got lights on me. You know, in person, it's not as smooth. Now, I've got some unevenness here I need to work out. I just looked up and saw it. Like my eyes are wonky enough right here. Fingers are a tool. I say it all the time. I don't know if I like my smoky eye today. I don't know if I like it. You know, I used to wear smoky eye all the time. I'm one of those that'll wear smoky eye every day of the week and call it my everyday look. But I haven't done it in so long. Green smoky eye is my favorite, but I'm going to have to practice up before I go back to doing that. I have to practice up. I want that smoke to be much lower and much more blended. I'm a picky. If y'all were like, oh, it's good, I'm that girl that's like, no, I don't like it. So I did some brown under the eye, and now I'm gonna do some black. Oh, I already did the black, didn't I? That redness, oh man, I wish I could get rid of that. Because it affects my eye makeup, you know? Not as a point of just like, I don't like my face, but I wish I could do something about it because it affects the way I wear my makeup. So, maybe I'll try to go to Target. I got to do some work tonight. I got to get those pieces made. But maybe I'll try. Yeah, I wanted to keep it tighter to my lids. Yeah, I wanted it tighter to my lid. But you know what happened, Divinity? Actually, I might bring it down, as a matter of fact. I'm going to say, if you've got a hooded lid and you're trying to go for that above so you can see it, you got to make sure it doesn't get too high right here. I'm thinking about putting concealer on it. Everybody's going to go, no, because this is where I always mess everything up, but I might do it anyway. Because I really want it lower, and I really have to film something later. You know what I mean? Like, I want to film something, so I want it to be, like, down. See, that's what I was going to do. I was going to put concealer on. You think so? Okay, good. Good. Somebody agrees with me. Divinity agrees that I may do exactly what I wanted to do. This is important, y'all. Hooded eye or not, it's important not to get too high. Y'all remember how I kept saying last week or over the past couple of weeks that I keep talking, and my eyeshadow just gets higher and higher and higher while I'm talking? That's the one thing you got to pay attention to. You don't want it to be so high. You know, you don't want it to be so high. See, just a little. You don't want it to be so high. It looks a lot prettier when it's not high. To me. Now, you can go high for certain looks, but this, I don't want it to be up there. I like Divinity. You're my friend, Divinity. I need this encouragement because I'm always like, should I do it? Should I do it? Actually, I think I'm going to take away the cat eye effect too. Maybe I'll round it off. I think if I round it off, it might make the whole thing, even though I like the cat eye more, if I round it off, it might look lower, if that makes sense to you. Clean it up. Keep it clean. I've been really doing makeup for a few weeks, and I'm very happy about that. Where I can actually stop and think about what I'm doing. See, isn't that a difference? I think I want to get right here, right there. Y'all see it? Makeup girls, do you see it? Makeup girls and guys, do y'all see what I'm saying? We'll put some powder on it, make it lighter. That's the bee's knees, Divinity. Thank you, girl. Thank you. Thank you. Thick Madam Canvas, Mitzi. I got a group of people that roll hard on makeup. Who else rolls hard on the makeup side? Let me know who you are. Nancy, I don't know if Nancy is here. Okay. She's like, don't put too much. All right, Renata. All right, Renata. All right. All right. I love y'all. This is so much fun. This is so much fun. Welcome in. Pretty gray hair. Thank you. I was trying to find you to make you a moderator, and I didn't know how to find you. I asked for you earlier. I said if anybody sees pretty gray hair, to let me know because I couldn't find you. So thank you. I'm having a lot of fun. Everybody's like, girl, they're trying to talk me off the ledge. They're trying to talk me off the ledge. Now that's the difference. I don't want y'all to stop and look. Here. Hey, pretty gray hair is everywhere. She's like, Jesus. I see her everywhere. Look, I want y'all to stop. Difference? There's a difference. It's important. It is important. Details matter. I get caught up in this. I need to get it done, though. I don't need to be doing this all day. I need to get my puppy to the park. I need to get filming. It's a lot when you do live streams and content. It's like, man, it's a lot more than you think. Or more than I thought. Maybe not more than you think. Y'all probably know more about it than I did. But I was always a content creator. And then I came on here just because I was looking for a job and I couldn't get one. You know, I'm disabled, technically, right? Technically, I'm disabled. I don't find myself to be disabled. I can do things and learn to do things. But anyway, technically disabled, and I was trying to get a job because my son, you'll hear me talk about him a lot. There's been a lot going on with him over the past year or so. Even though he's 27, even though he's got to deal with his own life, I can't just let him not be okay, So it takes a huge chunk. I honestly work 20 hours a day. when I say that. Oh, Renata's going to scream. I hear you right now. I hear Thick Madam Canvas screaming about not too much. I can hear you, girl. I just love makeup. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, that's so much better. See what the details, the difference that details make, right? Like, this is why, man, y'all know what's challenging too, makeup girls? Doing makeup live is a whole different vibe. There's no edit. There's no, that was easy, right? There's no easy smoky eye and you do like this. There's no redo. There's no rewind. There's no, ugh. That was something to learn. But anyway, I couldn't get a job because I couldn't. I thought I could get a work from home job. I knew I couldn't go out into the world and work. I mean, that'd be just no way. I mean, when I say I work 20 hours a day, I'm exhausted. And even though I'm working, at least I'm not like standing up or like out in the world. I can sit in a comfortable chair if I need to. I can, lay down and work if I need to. It makes a difference. And to the whole thing. Doing it live is intense because you see, like on an edited video, it would be like, oh, that went great, right? Ta-da, 2 colors. And see, the problem is now I don't have enough brown at the top. I know what y'all are thinking. I know what y'all are thinking. And don't do it. Don't build it back up again. I'm not. I'm just going to add a little brown. And then we're going to add a little, I don't think I want to do anything else on the lash line. I think I just want to, I'll put maybe a little bit of black liner on my top lid and just throw my lashes on. I'm not worried about anything more than what would be just a tight line. Doesn't need to look any kind of way. That's so much better. I feel so relieved. Ooh, I feel so relieved. Well, yeah, so just trying to get that job, and couldn't get it. And then somebody came to me and said, would you do lives? Because I'd already been doing social media, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I didn't even know why. Why would I do a live? Right? Okay, I'm not going to go up, but I do on this blending brush have a little bit of the lighter brown color. And then that's the finish, okay? Because again, I got to be on camera with this bad boy. I got to be on camera for eternity. A lot of people are going to be shown the video I'm in later. And it's going to be brief, but you don't want to be looking. When it's a video that's going to be shown to just a lot of people, millions, you don't want to be looking raggedy, I am wearing K. Ali. What is it called? Lily? White Lily? I just got it in my Ipsy box. That's why I'm wearing it. Yesterday I was wearing Black Orchid. Jay, that Jay Jr. gave me. I was wearing Black Orchid. But today I tried my new perfume that came in my Ipsy box. K. Ali. We'll get some highlight in here in a minute. It's real nice. It's called Lily something. K. Ali. I tagged it on my Ipsy. It's just, they give you like little tubes of perfume on Ipsy when they send it. And not always do I like it. But this one I like it a lot. It's not like Black Orchid or anything, but it makes me feel kind of like fresh. It's the K. Ali. I think it's Lily. Is it White Lily? The perfume is brown. I think it was Lily. I just tagged it the other day when I opened the box. It smells really nice. really, really nice. Ah, boy. Me and my makeup times. I don't know. I'd love to go to Target. Where's my daughter? Where's my daughter? She's always either working or traveling. Rod, my son isn't feeling well enough to really go out and do anything. And my daughter is always working. She's a nurse in the pediatric ER. She became a nurse after I got burned. Thank you. She became a nurse after I got burned. She was a veterinary major. And after I laid in the coma for a couple months, oh, that elf is kind of muddy right there. Didn't really do what I wanted it to do. I don't care for that elf in the corner of my eye right there. I'm gonna go back to Miss Myricks, and this light color makes me happy. Um, so when I woke up from my coma, it was a lot. I was just like, trying to figure out life at that moment because I couldn't understand why my face felt funny and I couldn't bear to look at my face when I woke up. It'd been 2 months in a coma and I had no idea. You don't have any idea you're in a coma when you're in a coma. At least I didn't have any idea I was in a coma. And waking up was just really kind of traumatic, right? And so she let me wake up a little bit, like for a day or two, I guess. And then she says, Mom, I have something to tell you. And I was like, oh my word, this child is pregnant or something. She was 20 and she was in college. I was like, oh my gosh, what has happened in these 2 months that I have been in this coma? And she says, I changed my major to nursing. And that was amazing. Because I had always, the one thing I wish I had done, it's not a regret, but one thing that I would probably do different now, the second time around, if I had one, well, I guess I do have a second time around, don't I? This is it. If I was young, if I could relive my younger years, I would go to school to be a nurse instead of a paralegal. That might be a mistake, though, because I was a very, very good paralegal, and I don't know if I'd have been a good nurse. But she did it, and yeah, and now she's a nurse in the pediatric ER at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, which is like if your child is sick in Atlanta and it's a trauma or an emergency or a cancer or anything, you're going to Children's Healthcare because they will save you. Like for me, this is a Ciate London. See, I want to be a nurse. Fierce Licks. And I'm really just, again, I just want blackness. It doesn't need to be perfect. I'm just about to put a lash on. I have no lashes, so I have to be really careful when I'm putting on a false lash that it doesn't stand out, that it doesn't, like that there's enough darkness along my lid to support that because there's no actual lashes there. And you would normally put some mascara on and then put your lash on top. So I keep it as dark as I can. Yeah, she's a very good girl. I don't know if I could have done it, really. When I think about being a nurse, I'm so reactive emotionally. Like I'm a crier. She's not, you know? She's not sitting around crying. She will get it done. It's not that she's not emotional. She's like, she's gonna get it done. And that would be a thing for me if I saw a bunch of little kids coming in sick every day and they're not all gonna make it. I mean, she's kind of at the Children's Trauma Center in Atlanta. There's two of them where they have the NICU. My son was there because he was septic with his Crohn's disease for about a month. And then he went into kidney failure when they gave him the vancomycin to clear the sepsis. He was 15. So he and I actually spent a month at that hospital. And now his sister is in the emergency room taking care of kids. We went there so many times because he was, always struggling with his Crohn's. Yeah, like adults and elderly, but the kids would like, ugh. I mean, they got to get done. There's got to be some angels that take care of the kids, right? Oh, thank you, Krista. There's got to be some people that take care of the kids, and that's my daughter. But it ain't me. I tell you that. It is not me. I would fall apart. Some Amazon lashes. You like this makeup? We're going to put on a pink thing. It's already 5:52. I don't even have a wig on. Ah, how is this taking so long? I'm spending so much time live because I love doing makeup. But in order like to run the business, I've got to make content. And these are smoky eyes. Wait till I get the lashes on. It's going to be super duper dope. A little highlight, super duper dope, super duper dope. Don't let a hair get in there. I'm using some Duo lash glue, which I will tell y'all, I keep forgetting to buy some more Cardani from Walmart, because that's where it is now. It's not on Amazon. And I really need it because this does not stay on the same way as Cardani. I have to use quite a bit of glue because I don't have anything for the lashes to rest on. Go with the scarf. Nah, I got to put on me a wig. I'd have to retie the scarf. I'm wearing the scarf because I've been hot, y'all. So the Duo lash glue is good. It dries faster, but it's not like Cardani. And look how much. I got all this. Nurses, I thank y'all all in the room. So I'm going to lay it down on my vanity. If y'all have trouble putting on lashes, just put them on and lay it on down for a minute. Let the glue get tacky. That's the only trick. You know, if you're using uh, magnetic stuff and things. I think even with the magnetic where you put on, putting some powder here, the magnetic where you like put on the liner, those kind where the liner is magnetic, you're doing exactly the same thing as you would do with the glue, except in reverse. You know, it's just, you're just letting, because you have to put that liner on and it has to dry, right? It has to dry before it sticks. So you can, it's the same theory. It's got to get tacky before it sticks. You can't put it on and have it scooting around all wet and get it to stick. Everybody likes the scarf. This is my walking around the house scarf. Hell, I'll go with it. I don't care. Got my hair sticking out? Yep. I'm like, what is that? That's my hair. All right, we're going with the scarf today. The scarf just won. I got the scarf from Temu. I don't think I've ever been to the park in a scarf. Let's do it. That's going to freak him out. I wear it all the time, but I've never showed up with Grady in the park with the scarf. Everybody's like, where's the scarf? But I kind of wanted like a big scarf. You know, like I want the kind where I need to like pack a couple of socks in there to make that big wrap on top. I want that really dramatic scarf. I'm going to put on some Patrick Ta. She's a doll. It should be over my ears though, right? It shouldn't be here. It should be down here. It just won't stay on my head. It keeps scooting up because I don't have any hairline down there. It's 6 p.m. and I got to be wrapping it up here. Thank you to everybody who watched. And remember, there's replays available on YouTube and TikTok. No, not TikTok. YouTube and Facebook. It saves the video, so you can watch it at your own anytime you want to. And if you do, definitely watch it on YouTube and follow there. She's a Doll is pretty. Patrick Ta. I'm waiting for She's Giving to come because She's Giving is crazy. It's a powder and a cream, and you can use either one by themselves, or you can use them together. Let's see if I open it this time. I did. And you're supposed to do, oh yeah, that is different though. Do the cream on top of the powder to get the maximum color payoff. And you got to dab it on or you'd be wiping the powder back off, right? I ordered the Patrick Ta blush brush because now I ordered a second color of his blush in She's Giving, which is the bright pink. I don't think I really need it right here with this eye, but I did order it. We'll blend this in a minute. And I'm excited to see how it works with his brush. I ordered his, the Patrick Ta blush brush, dual-ended blush brush, and his nose contour brush. Right now I use an e.l.f. one. I didn't use it today, but I normally use the e.l.f. nose contour brush, but I thought kind of the things that I'm the most self-conscious about or the things I most like to work with, why not just, kind of go all out on those things. And one of my biggest things is I don't care for my, lack of nostrils and stuff. I mean, there's nothing wrong with saying that. It's great. I'm glad that they were able to, give me nostrils at all, or give me a face back at all, and that my face has healed so much. I'm really grateful for that. But overall, I am very self-conscious about my nose. I feel like I have this thing in my head that we need to put some fake awake under here. I put powder. I'm trying to see today if putting powder will help my fake awake stick under my eyes. But anyway, I think a lot about I think a lot about just spray anything on you. I don't like to lick my tweezers. Some people lick them or you need to put some kind of something wet on there so they don't stick to the tweezer. I just used brush cleaner. I literally, that's a big hair. I literally will put anything on there. See how easy it is? They're just sitting on that vanity and they're stuck, right? So yeah, I wish I could, I don't know. I always feel like if I didn't have this nose, if I had nostrils, that people wouldn't even notice that much, my facial difference. And then I think, well, I'm not ashamed of my facial difference, so who cares what people think? And then I think, well, I would like it better if I had nostrils. It's a whole thought thing I'm going through. I mean, I don't know if one day I just decide, okay, we're going to reconstruct that. Because I haven't had any plastic surgery. I've had reconstructive surgeries, you know? Oh, yeah, losing hair. Girl, if you losing hair, get you some wigs. My head got shaved, and I don't have hair. I do have hair, but it got shaved, and I don't have, edges, right? And I had to learn how to navigate how I wanted to look when I had my hair growing back in. And it was super short, and I didn't know what to do. Had patches in it because I had a bad scalp infection. So it was short and had big empty patches in it, and had an infection so bad that it caused me to go septic. Cladosporium, which is a fungus. Oh, I thought I just pulled that off. MRSA, fungus, and bacteria. Ooh. No, what is it? Strep, MRSA, and cladosporium was on my scalp. So I totally get it. I did not think that my hair was going to grow back after the infection. Let's put some Fake Awake on. We're going to put some mascara. These are disposable. These are not mink lashes. I'm going to put mascara on them because we got a big smoky eye. I don't know if this Fake Awake is going to work, not work. Oh, look, my eye just watered. It's not ever going to stick to that. There's something with my under eye today. Thank you for joining the team. Are y'all sharing? Did we get to 300,000? We almost got to 300,000 likes. We almost got to it. I don't know how I'm going to get that to stick when my eye is so wet today. That's the problem with that redness. It's just like, see, just like the inside of your eye. Who? Are y'all talking about Botched? Botched came to me and they declined to help with my nose. All the surgeon, the problem with my nose, y'all, is like, I was thinking, just like probably some of y'all are, that they just need to do something down here and like add some nostrils. But they said that they actually have to cut a flap right here, push it down, and that's what makes the nostril. Push it down, push the whole thing down, cut a forehead flap, flip it over. It's a lot. And the doctors of Botched are the best in forever. And they came to me and asked, and I auditioned, and I did not get on. And I'm glad, because I think it would have been like, they said, well, you can try, but you could lose your nose. Botched didn't say that. My original surgeon said that. Like, oh, if you want to try, you're risking losing your entire nose, because if the blood flow didn't return, I can't do anything with that redness today. Look at that. What a darn shame. I'm frustrated with this eye right now. I'm super frustrated. Hey, hey. I'm frustrated. I will not pretend not to be. Um, yeah, so it's like, in the beginning, they didn't want to do it because obviously I didn't have good blood flow. So I would have definitely lost my nose because my whole face got reattached. So I don't have good circulation, right? I mean, no. So I think it would have been a definite tragedy if I'd gotten it done right in the beginning. But I'm just wondering now if I have better, hey Drewski, wondering now if I have better blood flow now, that maybe I could do it. I just don't know. I just don't know if it'll work now. And I can't, I mean, I guess the one way to find out would be to go see a doctor. Okay, I'm going to put that there and leave it there for a minute. The big glob of, it won't be perfect, but I would like the white underneath it because it makes a difference. Yeah, I don't even know if I want to have surgery. I'm just talking about it. It's not anything that I planned, but I will tell you that before, it wasn't that long ago when I was definitely considering, I was hoping I would get chosen for Botched. I was hoping they'd say, oh yeah, we can do that. After I didn't approach them, but after they approached me, I was like, having all these thoughts of like, oh my gosh, these guys are the best in the world. If they do it, nobody's gonna be talking about my darn nose anymore. Nobody's gonna be talking about it. Everybody's gonna just think, I look a little wrinkled or something. I don't know. Right? It's like you don't know what you're thinking about it, but you just know you're trying to just change it. I don't know how to describe it. I've gotten a lot more confident since I got on here. And I was confident then, but now I'm even more confident because I have people that really, really, you guys pour back into me every day. You give me feedback and stuff. And that makes a big difference when I get that. But I don't know. Maybe someday y'all will see me and I'll be out getting surgery. Maybe I'll decide, okay, I do want to see about nostrils. Because, story time one more time before it's over. I went to do my breathing test at the pulmonologist the other day, right? I have, I breathed fire. And so I have some breathing issues and I had to get an inhaler and such. So I went to do a breathing test, and guess what? They have to clamp your nose. No, you have to clamp. They have to clamp your nose. I couldn't do it. My nose cannot be clamped. That's like a little tweezer they put on there, and that's all that needed to happen. But it couldn't be done. I was embarrassed. And I won't, I'll tell you no lies. Sometimes I'm just flat out embarrassed, and that was it. I know you shouldn't be or whatever, but it was like, man, and the lady was real nice, but she was like, oh, can't get it on. Let me ask the doctor. And then she came back, and I just had to focus on breathing, breathing without, only breathing through my mouth. Yeah, but they couldn't clamp my nose. They couldn't put a clamp on my nose. So I just had to focus on breathing through my mouth. No clamp on my nose. I did okay. I ended up getting an inhaler. I breathed fire, and turns out let's draw me a top lip. My top lip isn't a lip. It is just a piece of skin from my abdomen, so it doesn't have any shape. I'm using kind of this dark pink, and I get these lip liners on Amazon. They're super creamy. I really like them. It has to be really creamy in order for me to draw it in. If you have like a spot on your face or something weird, a little Q-tip, a pointy Q-tip with some concealer is an eraser, okay? You can always powder it when you get done, but this is your eraser. It's also really good if you have time, even if you don't make a mistake. If you go around your lips with concealer, it just really makes them pop. I don't have any time for it because I'm already ages behind, and I have amazing moderators. Y'all know I get flustered when I'm late, which is always. My piercing, this Medusa piercing, is center because I don't have a Cupid's though. Burn Survivor. Did I know what you mean? I think your victim died. I said that. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I figure it. Oh no. Actually, I'm thriving. That's what I want people to know. That's why I do this, because I'm not a villain, and I'm also not anybody to be pitied. I'm a boss. And I enjoy life even more now than I think I did before because I know how fleeting it is. See how these are so blendy? This is you get these lip liners for you get 12. Did you see that? You get 12 for $9.99 or $8.99 or something. They're in my Amazon store and my LTK. I use them almost exclusively because of the way they glide on. This color is not at all the color I thought it was. It's like a much more orangish than I thought. We're going to have to lip combo that. Sometimes I can't see colors right. I don't know why, what changed about my eyes that I'll see like this color and think it's pink, but something changed and I think it's pink, you know? Oh, the falling asleep with makeup on? Yeah, I did just make that. PMD Beauty just gifted me, they gifted me a mirror, and now they came back and gifted me this cleaner, facial cleaner with red light. And they don't require content. It is a gift. It's not a partnership. I don't get commission, but they know I'll review it. You know, they send it to you because they know you'll review it. And I have a very particular type of skin. So I really love it. I just got it the other day. It's got this intense red light. And I appreciate it because red light therapy is what has changed uh, my look over the past couple of months. My skin is healing a lot because of red light. This color is so weird. I'm going to gloss it and call it a day. What about this? Yeah, that's right. Yes. Uh, so that color isn't even what I thought it was, but I like it because it's not pink and it's not red. Thank you, Kimmy. We got to have people see us and know that we are living our best life. And a lot of people, I think, look at you. Sometimes people tell me like they don't believe I'm happy. And I've heard this a lot. They're like, how can you be happy? Well, I can be happy because I love my life, you know? I love my life. Thank you, PSW. I can be happy because I love my life. I'm happy to be here. God is good. Even though there's been a big change in my life, I enjoy what I do now. I enjoy being able to reach out to people and let them know that they're enough because that's all I wanted to hear, really. You know, that was the main thing I wanted to hear after I got burned was just somebody kind of shouting it from the rooftops that we're enough just like we are. Thank you, Sylvie. And so we're going to keep shouting it from the rooftops because we got a group of people now on all these platforms that are like, we are perfect just like we are. You know, I mean, I of course, would I rather not be burned? Well, yeah, but that's not the way it is. I am burned. It happened. There's no changing it. So what's to come of it? Well, a lot has come of it. Like just being able to reach out to y'all every day. And y'all help me reach out to people around the world so it becomes like a whole thing. I gotta let this eye go today. Man, some days being a survivor just is not. Some days I don't enjoy the facial difference even less than other days. This under eye color is so pretty, but it's not sticking. There's something wrong in my eye today. I got a big red glob. I am meticulous. I'm not happy. We're doing it again. I also have to film a whole thing, so we'll fix it after. So yeah, that PMD Beauty thing is really nice. They make really kind of um, high-end skincare products. I mean, and by high-end, I mean they're not inexpensive, but they are high quality. Like the mirror they gave me is everybody wants to, I'm keeping the head wrap then. Because I don't feel like putting on a wig. We're just keeping the head wrap today and we're going to do like this at the end. Let's get some highlighter on. That's going to be super important today. I can't seem to get my under eye highlight to stick. I know, but y'all know when you're doing makeup all this time, you want it to be like really, really on. Oh, thank you for the gift, Butterfly. This is Shayna B. Miami. Oh, the under eye color is Tarte Fake Awake in nude. Or is it nude or peach? The not white color. I think it's nude. And it only comes in 2 colors. And this is Shayna Bean Miami liquid highlighter in nude beach. And it's so close to my skin. It's just so, it's such a pretty highlight. That's way too much though. It's such a pretty highlight. That looks like a sweaty forehead. Not okay. I cannot stand the sweaty forehead highlight. We'll fix it. Sweaty forehead highlight incoming. I always think that, and like the Cupid's bow, when that's heavily highlighted, there's a fine line between highlight and looks like you're sweating. Oh, Heather, pleasure to meet you, my friend. Y'all see Heather there? It's a pleasure to meet you. It's amazing to have you here. Life is amazing any which way it goes, isn't it? Every day is precious. Yes, it is. Y'all best to believe that. Every day is precious. You make it count because you just don't know where they are, you know? I still wonder. I worry about stuff from the results. Nice to meet you, Heather. Please come back. Please follow and come back. We do this a whole bunch of days a week, and the community is amazing. A little smudgy around here. So yeah, the Cupid's bow highlight and the forehead highlight, there's a fine line between glowing and sweaty. I don't know if I like my lip color. Do y'all like it? I think I like it. Yeah, thank you for being here. Yeah, Heather. Iceland. All right, we're done. We're calling it a day. Y'all don't even want a wig. I don't want a wig. I'm exhausted. I gotta take Grady to the park, make some content. I'm gonna try not to blend this too much because it's not sticking today. This is Tarte Fake Awake. I tag all the products. Everything I use today will be tagged on my LTK shop, shopltk.com/Burn Beauty 2018. Shopltk.com, and then look for Burn Beauty 2018. My mouth is a little smudgy. What are the odds of our being here at all? I'm curious to see what happens next. Heather, I will say one thing before I go. I don't know what happens next, but I know that when I was in a coma, I had dreams. And a lot of people asked if I saw anybody that I knew while I was in the coma, and I didn't. I saw people that represented people that I knew that I was looking for, but I didn't see anybody that had passed that I knew, which is what I would love to see. I think the only difference between that and the only difference between seeing them and not is transitioning or not transitioning, but the coma was the most peaceful I've ever been in my life. So don't fear. It's what gave me a lot more faith, really, because I know that our soul is so much more than our body. My body was out, but my soul was just carrying on. We did it. We did it. All right, now y'all probably are not going to see me out like this, but I'm leaving it on because y'all wanted it. God is good all the time. If y'all want to shop the look, we're going to put it up on Shop LTK. Some of it will be on Amazon, not all of it, because not all the products are available on Amazon, I don't think. I put up as much as I can on Amazon. I put up everything on LTK. So please follow. It is not a brown smoky eye, as predicted. 8. What's 4 and 4? What's 4 and 4? I'm wearing a simple black dress. We're going to get back into fashion. I pulled out of fashion. 8. I pulled out of fashion when I hurt my hip about a month ago because I just didn't want to stand up at the end. Thank you. I didn't want to stand up, but I've got some new clothes that I want to show. And thank you, trendsetter. God bless you. Hey, Killia Bradley. Hello, everybody. Oh, you get that same question. Yep. Thank you, Crystal Ray. Nailed it. What's 4 and 4? 8, 8, 8, 8. My eye looks crooked sometimes. I will stand like this. Those are my angel wings. They're real. I got them on Amazon. Well, I mean, they didn't really come off an angel, but they're they're feathers. All right, y'all, we got to roll. Everybody's got to go. I love y'all. We'll be back tomorrow. And I promise to keep it on schedule for everybody in like Iceland and South Africa. Bye. We'll be back live tomorrow at 3 p.m. We'll do a look. That worked out well. See, that's the smoke. That's the smoke. Dark at the lid, raise up. I've got the white and it's kind of intense under my eye right now. I'm going to leave it because it's going to look so good on camera. Camera makeup is different than walking around makeup. So I love y'all. Whatever you are going through, remember, yep, have a good day on purpose now. Thank you, pretty gray hair. Love y'all. See you live tomorrow at 3 p.m. We'll do some makeup. I don't know what. Follow me on LTK and Amazon so you can shop the looks. And whatever you're going through, this too shall pass. Love y'all. Thank you for everything.